That's perfect. Hey.
We back. What up?
Hi guys.
Hey, let me clean this mirror off. What up? Clean this camera off. Let me get it together. What up, NiNi? What up, Rob?
Hi.
What's happening?
What up? What's going on? What's up, NiNi? What up, Bobby?
Hey, first and foremost, happy Black History Month to y'all niggas, man.
It's February 1st. Happy Month.
February 1st, man. We got a dope show, man. We got B.Cole. Happy Black History Month to y'all niggas, man.
Black People Appreciation Month.
Love me some niggas. Niggas!
Do y'all celebrate?
Niggas.
And hey, if y'all just tuned in, it's the Parlay Podcast. It's Sunday, February 1st, first show of the month. Got a dope show ahead of us. B.Cole is going to be here in a little bit, so excited for that. But
I'm hyped about that.
Definitely want to tap into some last week's news. Also, I want to know, do y'all celebrate Black History Month? How y'all do it?
Every month is
Black History.
Every day I'm a
for real.
Black History Month.
On the real, I celebrate it every day as Black History, even though I get confused for a Dominican or a Republican or Dominican or a fucking goddamn Middle Eastern.
I need you to make sure you got your real ID, bro.
I got my real ID.
Make sure you have your real ID.
Dominican or Puerto Rican.
No, I ain't mad at that, bro. Me and my wife celebrated Black History Eve last night. We sat there and watched Harlem Nights. It's beautiful.
Classic movie.
Niggas just throw Eve in front of anything. They ain't no fucking Black History Eve.
Black History Eve.
Hey, we stand behind it. We stand behind it, and I forgot how dope Harlem Nights was, man. It was such a dope experience because she never really watched it. So to watch Harlem Nights for the first time with somebody who haven't really seen it, that was fun.
It was a different experience.
And then also to add to Black History Eve, we sat and watched a bunch of Busta Rhymes videos from the 90s, early 2000s.
That had to be entertaining. It
was super fun, man. Like we really Black over here. We really Black, man. How was y'all week, man? What y'all fall into?
Week's
man. My week was straight. Had my homie do the enlisted on Thursday, so that was fun. We just talked about the parties and stuff he got into. Cause he didn't stay in that long. He only did like 3.5 years. So he was just telling me like the parties he got into, what it meant to him, because he lost his parents early. So he lost his mom and dad early on. So that was like motivation. His auntie motivated him to join the Navy. So we just chopped it up real quick. Very dope interview. And then I just been hibernating, chilling in the crib, watching movies.
Man, the way this weather been, we had no choice but to hibernate, bro. It's been cold as hell.
Man, for real. It's been really cold. I almost thought about wearing drawers at one point.
Damn, bro. Don't do that, man. Stay consistent, bro.
Let the air, let the air breathe through it. Let the air swoop your crevices.
Stay consistent, bro. We don't want to see you out here wearing drawers, Rob.
And I'm so happy you weren't worried about Rob's bottom half and underwear. So
I was waiting for you, NiNi.
I know. I like to see men swing too. So I'm happy we both like that sight because Rob be swinging.
If you say so, NiNi. If you say so, why
you tell him not to wear drawers if you don't never see him swing?
Because I hadn't heard you speak enough on the show today, and I was like, if I say this is gonna get NiNi some. Hey, let's go to the comments, man. What up, Yak Dog? Yak Dog in the comments. Leave out a comedian. Make sure y'all follow through Suskins every Monday night. He hosts open mic there. And somebody tuned in on YouTube, man. So if you tuned in on YouTube, man, we appreciate you. Make sure you like, watch, subscribe. We got B.Cole coming up in a minute. So make sure y'all tap in with that. NiNi, I got some they calling you free balling Rob in them streets, bro.
It is what it is.
D Dot, man, we appreciate you for tuning in, man. So real quick, last night it was a fight. I ain't never seen no shit like this in my life, y'all.
It was a fight where? With who?
It was a fight that I didn't even know the brother was fighting and his toupee came off.
Yeah.
Man, he literally knocked his, he peeled his muffin cap back.
Okay,
He popped his top off.
I've never seen anything like this in sports history, in basketball, baseball, football, whatever. My man's.
Well, why would he go out there like that and it's not secure enough? He knew that was like a 2-week, 3-week unit, and he didn't glue it down enough in the front. That's what you get, big boy. You knew your scalp's wet.
And that's why I wanted to show it, because you know you a barber, NiNi. Have you had to put a man piece on anybody yet?
I've done it and it's beautiful. I will never tell you who, but you will never know because it's beautiful.
Okay, so you got Steve Harvey in your studio. Okay, you got Steve Harvey in there.
Man, he getting his fucking motherfucking wig pushed back is more embarrassing than the fucking knockout.
No, the tough part is this: how they said he had to drive home, man. Like I don't know if y'all seen the way he had to get home, but I have a shot of that. It was still daytime.
Literally drove home with the roof missing.
Yeah, it was still daytime.
Drove home with the roof missing.
Why they put Don King hair on him like that?
They left his gloves on too. Like who drives home with the same gloves you fought with? It's tripped out, man.
That man left with the roof missing. Jeez.
With the roof missing. Last week news, man. Rob, T.I. dropped a single this past week. Did you get a chance to hear it?
And I didn't listen to it. I did not listen to it. I ain't listened to it.
Come on.
Last I seen the T.I., he was cutting his hair off and was like, I'm returning back to rap, and I ain't get the chance to listen to the song. Is it dope? Like I said, I respect T.I. as a rapper. I just didn't appreciate how he entered the comedy game.
Sorry,
but no, I haven't listened to it.
No, it's really good, man. Pharrell did the track. I enjoyed it. If you get a chance to listen to it, I enjoyed it, man. Like I like when people do things that they were born to do.
Word. Like I said, I'm a T.I. fan as a rapper. So and Yak just told me to listen to it. It's dope. So I'm gonna listen to it. I'll listen to it later. I'm a fan of good music, man. I appreciate good quality music.
That third verse was so hard, bro. I love it. Also last week news, man. I want to talk about what's going on with Chicago radio before our guest arrived, man. But also, if y'all didn't know, Taste of Chicago gonna be returning to July. So that's something special. I think what they put in October. What they moved the Taste of Chicago at?
Man, they moved the taste so much. They moved the taste around so much. I don't even remember.
See, man, people in the comments said, man, check out that T.I. song, bro.
I got it. I'm gonna check it out.
A banger. I can't wait till the summertime so I can play with the windows down, man. I've been doing it in the wintertime, man. I've been freezing. I spent 2 of my days last week with no draws, trying to look like Rob.
That's crazy. Are y'all excited about the Taste being back in July? I mean, when the last time anybody been to the Taste though?
I'm not a Taste type of girl. I like restaurant week. Shout out to restaurant week. Okay.
Restaurant week be dope.
I enjoy the ambiance, man. I ain't gonna lie, man. I seen Jennifer Hudson perform live at the Taste of Chicago. Fantasia popped out. It was like a fun thing to do in July. When you think of September, you're already thinking of the fall, man. It ain't summertime. What up, Mr. LeCraig, man? Stay out of trouble, bro.
Yeah, bro. But when the last time you been to the Taste though? You said Jennifer Hudson performed. You ain't been in a minute. It's been a while.
It's been a while.
That's what I'm saying. Is the Taste really fun and worth being excited about in the city of Chicago anymore? Like over the past couple years, because the Taste used to be a staple. It used to be a fun summer event, but now, like, I don't know, do people still get excited about going to the Taste?
I'm gonna be excited this year, man. You know, my son comes back from Houston every year, so we want to try and really tap into more things that's Chicago. I'm a tourist here, bro. I live in the suburbs, so during the summertime, I'm a tourist, bro.
Oh, okay.
So I'm excited. I'm excited about it, man. I don't be hitting no festivals or anything like that, so I'm really excited about it. Damn, ain't nobody been to the Taste, man. I'm looking at these comments. 16 years.
Bro,
somebody said,
ain't nobody been. This Taste ain't been fun in probably about 15 years.
And then when you think about it, the number of tickets that you gotta buy to get a small portion of that fucking food when you can just go to the restaurant and pay less than what the fuck it is, and it be fresh.
You know, I
Right.
like to find for philanthropic white people that like to just give tickets away. I remember I used to do that all the time. Hey, buddy, me and my wife are about to leave. Do you want these 25 tickets? I'm like, cool. I'm taking them tickets. Hey, we got Freddie
Taking
Love
them
out there,
tickets.
Gary, Indiana. What up, Freddie Love? Tell Mrs. Love I said, hey.
What up, Freddie? I ain't seen Freddie in a minute.
Hey, Yak say last time he went, Life Jennings performed. I think me and Yak was there on the same day.
Said Life Jennings, Jesus. Must be life.
We go all the way to the States just to get Harold's chicken.
That's wild when there's one down the street.
So they don't even do tickets anymore. See, I don't even like that.
Man, see, I ain't even been excited. I haven't been excited about the taste and shit. Like I said, probably about 15, 20 years, bro.
Man, bro. It's it might go right this year. I have some other stuff I want to talk about for B pop in, man. We want to talk about what B got going on. Y'all just tuned in. It's Parlay Podcast. We got B.Cole that's gonna be joining the studio in just a minute, man. Talk about what he got happening now, what he got happening soon. So make sure y'all stay locked in. Something else going on. Chicago radio taking a hit. Did y'all hear about this?
No, I ain't hear about that.
So for the last 8 years,
104.3 jams going.
104.3 jams. Today is the last day, bro.
When's the last time you listened to 104.3 jams?
This morning.
I mean, it's a good morning listen when you on your way to work. It's a good morning listen because they do play like most of the dope ass throwbacks in the morning. Like Ed Lover was holding it down in the morning. But
I love the I love the Ed Lover show, man. He had Jim BT on there with him. This is sad, man. Like Chicago radio taking a hit. I still listen to GCI lock in with Leon Rogers, Zach Bug in the morning. Shout out to Leon Rogers. But 104 Jams, that was our Dusty station.
Shout out to Leon. Yeah, man. I mean, I think they make room because 95.1 finna come up. They're trying to come up and replace 92.3.
Jams was your Dusty station. V103 was mine.
Yeah, V103 was the Dusty station.
2.7 was mine.
When I want to listen to R&B and hip hop, V103. But when I hear that hip hop R&B 90s, man, 104.3 all day.
Yeah,
I mean that's just the evolution of radio because like
radio stations dying because a lot of you niggas who listen to that got gout and
She said y'all got gout, y'all on y'all last leg. I mean that's the evolution.
Like, ain't nobody really tuning in, or y'all need like hearing aids to tune in, so it's not really working. You know, it's not.
I mean that's the evolution of radio because like V103 plays like low key R&B like rap songs now. At first, V103 just played like for real dusties. They played hits and dusties back in the day, but now V103 they changed. They play like rap songs and shit now. They became GCI.
We don't want to hear that shit. We want to hear hits and fucking dusties. But I
hear hits and dusties.
I didn't realize how old I was until Nothing But a G Thing came on V103, and I was like, man, they playing Nothing But a G Thing. I started doing the math. I was like, that was over 30 years ago when Nothing But a G Thing.
Yeah, nigga, I heard that came out when I was in 5th grade.
Man, they putting new stations.
Nothing But a G Thing? No, that was older than that. 92?
That was 92. WNUA 95.
Yeah, I was younger than that.
Yeah, ain't nobody trying to listen to jazz all day, bro. We looking for a new school, dusty.
WNUA 95.5.
Nobody's listening to that, guy. We need a new dusty station for anybody from 1990 to 2010 music. We need a station for that.
That's WDCI.
Yeah, guys out here listening to Kenny Rogers, not Kenny Rogers. What's the Kenny G? Kenny G on the saxophone.
Why can't we turn B96 into that station? What the fuck? Let's just take over that. Like, what happened to B96?
And that's what stripped out. I did my research. 104.3 is a sister station of B96. So what they've been trying to do is they've been trying to push everybody who've been listening to 104.3. They want them to go listen to B96 now. Also, 104.3 is still going to be a live station, but now it's going to be 104 to score. they're gonna be doing live broadcast of sports games.
That's because everybody's
wow.
gambling. You niggas don't have no adult hobbies besides betting your fucking money away. Like,
Man, niggas be gambling. Anything is a gamble. As long as you got the money, motherfuckers gonna bet you on some shit.
Yeah, real talk. Last piece of news I saw, man, I was scrolling the troll a little bit, you know, and NiNi, what this work on?
NiNi out here doing Bruce Lee handstands. Shit, doing push-ups.
I was scrolling. What this work on, NiNi?
First of all, thank you for showing it. It's a nice angle. First, thanks.
Angles.
Second, it is really working on your upper body strength, and it is testing your center of gravity and your vertical compression of your spine. So, it's very workout. If you can, try to stand on your head or turn upside down for at least 2 minutes a day. It is nice for your circulation in your blood. It's really nice.
Okay. NiNi, you knock me, G?
Hell yeah. Knock me and
I'm looking at the heads now.
This is why I'm so messy. I was born to be this fucking messy, right, Bobby? Bobby knocked me, you know.
I'm like, wait a minute. Oh, that's cute.
I'm born to be messy. This is why I fall all the time. I'm very clumsy. I'm knock-kneed and pitch-toed. I was really be made so I could just sit there and be looked at and sit my ass down. That's how I was made, just to, you know.
I wasn't seriously trolling you on some bullshit. I just know that a lot of people are doing their New Year's resolution. They starting over. January wasn't a good month. It was cold. People ate a lot of stuff that they probably shouldn't have ate. Didn't work out. So I just want this to be motivational for people. I had no idea what this was working out though, NiNi. No clue.
Handstand. Have you ever did a handstand?
You know I've never done a handstand.
Have you ever had those titties go upside down?
Okay, we're gonna stop talking about this now.
Like, no, like, you can start by just hanging your upper body off the edge of your bed. Let them titties come up a little bit and breathe. Woo!
Yeah, doing a handstand takes a lot of upper body strength. I seen my dad do push-ups like that, like in a handstand position.
Yeah.
I
wasn't even able to climb that rope in gym class. I'm still mad at my gym teacher about that rope they used to pull into the basketball court and try to make me climb. So I'm gonna do a class action suit. Me, Teddy Biggums, Big Suge, we all gonna get together. Anybody that try to make us climb that rope in gym class, we're doing a class action suit. We calling top dog in the morning.
You need Rob, Rob? Lift your body weight. That's one thing that's why, you know, fucking kids is acting the way they are. You need to be able to lift your body weight. That's
needing to be able to get $1 million is on my plate right now. I'm more focused on needing to be able to get $1 million right now, NiNi.
If you don't have health, how are you going to enjoy your $1 million, huh? If you
we'll figure that out later.
CPAP machine and you can't even get your ass up to avoid bed sores, how would you enjoy your $1 million?
You're right. Rob, we're gonna hold off for a minute, man. I think B finna pull up. I think. Oh yeah, we good to go.
Oh, fuck you, Levi. Don't be talking about
said we good to go. He back there?
Yes, sir.
All right, bet. Without further ado, tonight on the Parlay Podcast, we have the comedy legend, the Chicago comedy legend. Let me correct myself. The man, the legend, the man behind I'm in Love with a Crackhead, a Get Together, somebody I grew up watching on Comic View and Def Comedy Jam, man. Ladies and gentlemen, on the Parlay Podcast, the legend, Mr. B.Cole. Give it up for Mr. B.Cole, everybody.
Hey, man, we don't have no sound effects over here.
What's up, man?
B to the Cole. What's good, man?
Man, it's a beautiful Sunday, man. Happy Groundhog Eve Day.
There we go.
Eve Day.
How old you niggas like to add Eve to everything?
This how
Groundhog Day tomorrow. I'm excited.
I don't even think B was watching the first half of the episode. I said me and my wife will celebrate Black History Eve. B came in and said he's celebrating Groundhog Eve. Forget you, NiNi. We celebrating Eves over here.
Yeah. You know, I look forward to Groundhog Day. Hope you see a shadow tomorrow.
How you doing, B, man? We appreciate you joining us, bro.
Man, I'm good. Thanks for having me, man. I don't get asked a lot to come on podcast, so this was good for me. I like it.
Yeah.
And I
Well,
don't
I
do
had, a,
man, we
everybody's
appreciate
podcast
you.
either.
I had an opportunity to watch you do. And let me get this right. I had an opportunity to watch you do L. Williams show.
Oh, okay. Yeah. I remember that.
Y'all did like 8 different locations, man. It looked like y'all was filming like a mini movie. Y'all was in, but
Yeah, we
you
was all
opened
over.
up a lot.
Yeah, we was all over the city, man. Yeah, I remember we was on the rooftop of a building in the city too. Um, yeah, so L had a lot of locations set up, man. I actually didn't see the interview. I would love to go check it out.
Yeah, I spent the time out and watched. I know you, Leon, Corey, Damon, and it was a really good show. And I reached out to L. I was like, I ended up dropping every single YouTube one in my comments. I enjoyed it that much, man, because you're a pillar of Chicago comedy, bro, and it's a pleasure having you on here today because you touch. When did you first start doing comedy? What, 91?
Yeah, man. Black Friday, 1991, first time on stage, day after Thanksgiving.
And it's what is it? What we 2026?
Yeah, so that what makes like wow, like I think like 30, 34 years, maybe 30, 35 this year coming up. Yeah, this Black
Let's
Friday coming up
go.
a bit, it'll make 35.
That's beautiful.
Yeah,
Let's
yeah.
go for the longevity, man.
Yeah, man. I started at 19 years old, and I think when I came in the game, the comedy game was it was shifting at that time. When I performed on Black Friday, 1991, I think Def Comedy Jam came out maybe that January of 1992. So it was the magnitude at that time for comedy was just huge. So like, everybody like producers, TV shows, they were all looking for young comedians. And man, Def Comedy Jam opened the door for a lot of comedians to just come through and invade.
That's super dope. You did Comic View as well too.
Yeah, I did Comic View. I did Comic View first. I did Def Comedy Jam later down the line, but Comic View, yeah, that was my debut right there. I was doing comedy for like a year. I started at 19 and 20 years old. I was off to LA to go film Comic View. That's how fast paced it was moving. That's how everything was moving at that time. Cause it was like, man, everybody was just looking for that next one. It was a lot of, them platforms made a lot of stars, and you look at Def Jam, man, if you was on that first season of Def Jam, you was instantly, automatically a celebrity.
Mm.
Hey, so what was the difference? So you was on Comedy View and Def Jam. Was it they was kind of like rivals to each other? Was it a different? What was the different setups between the two, or was it like the same? Were you seeing the same comics?
Well, it was just two different productions, of course, but Comic View had the way they was running it. Def Comedy Jam had the way they was running. Def Jam is East Coast, Comic View is West Coast. So it was you had them two different type of vibes and everything. But yeah, it's man, it's like you see the same comics, but that was like high school for us. Those like my high school classmates when we all did Comic View early 90s. And I'm talking about we go far as like from Kevin Hart to, Bruce, Lavelle Crawford, all of us, we was in the same boat, and a lot of us, went off and expanded from there and done great things in their career.
Let me ask you this, B. When did you write and produce and direct the Get Together, the movie? Because I know Kid Capri was Def Comedy Jam.
Yeah. Wow, I wrote a Get Together right after I shot I'm in Love with a Crackhead. So I was like, okay, cool. It's time for me to do my feature film. And I'm in Love with a Crackhead was a short. And I funded that myself. And it was me and my boy Cootie Simmons. If y'all know Cootie, he the one who did Genius, Kanye West Genius documentary. So we
Documentary
actually
dope.
Yeah,
started
that was a
together.
dope documentary.
Yeah. So Cootie's first job was I'm in love with a crackhead. He directed I'm in love with a crackhead. He didn't put in a documentary though, but that was his first. Yeah, that was his first job. And
You had everybody in that movie, bro.
yeah. But once I did that movie, it allowed me to get a bigger budget. I had people believe in me then. You gotta do the work first for people to really want to get behind you and back you. So I was able to get some investments into my feature film, which was a get together. And the way that whole thing came together, man, it's just a whole movie by itself of how Get Together came
It's
to
such a
be.
funny movie, bro. Like, I think
Yeah.
if you're watching Parlay today, man, go find it, Get Together. I don't even know what platform. Go find it.
Well. Here's the thing. You'll probably find it like on Film Rise or one of these things because I got a whole legal thing going on with the original movie, with some studios, and that's a whole nother story by itself, man. But I did do a recut to a Get Together. It's a B.Cole cut. I call it the Cole cut because
That's the image I had, the 20th anniversary.
Yeah. The 20th anniversary because 20 years ago, I didn't have anything to do with editing. I wasn't part of editing. So once I got the final cut of the original Get Together, it was kind of cringy for me. So it's like certain scenes that I cringed at because it wasn't my vision. So 20 years later, I retrieved all my footage, everything, and I was like, yo, for the 20-year anniversary, I'm gonna go ahead and cut it up myself and do it in my vision, the way I saw it. So now the 20-year anniversary, the cold cut is a whole different, it's a different vibe from the original. The original is funny, but this one here is my version. And it's being launched on my streaming site. I got a streaming site that I created called New TV World. It's called New TV, NUTV World, and that's why I'm putting put my movies on. You can subscribe on there for free right now. It'll cost like $1.99 to see the new version of a Get Together. The movie I'm in love with.
Hey,
Yeah.
I know you spitting it out right now, and we gotta show the image for New TV. But can you please tell everybody who's all, just a few of them, who's all in the Get Together, bro?
Oh wow, man! Of course, Marlon Mitchell, Muhammad. You got B.Cole in it, Kid Capri, Tony Roberts. Man, it's wow. I hate to miss
Lil Real, Wildcat,
Lil Real, Wildcat, Tiffany J. Curtis. If y'all remember The Awakening, Marquita Perry. She was in there. So yeah, it started Kid Capri. Kid Capri did it, and Kid Capri called me shortly after that, and he was thanking me for putting him in a movie because he brought it to my attention. He's like, "B, no one ever asked me to be in the movie. I worked with everybody. I worked with all the comedians. You the only comedian that asked me to be in the movie." And I was like, "Wow,
right.
I didn't even look at it like that." And I appreciate him having being grateful for that. But yeah, he worked with everybody. You look at from Martin Lawrence to all the kings of comedy, everybody, and it's like, damn, nobody asked you to be in the movie and stuff. So I was happy to give him his first movie debut.
You stay giving somebody their flowers,
that's
bro.
Dope.
Yeah, that made us brothers for life, man. Me and Kid Capri, we brothers for life just from that,
Flowers for Kid Capri from B.Cole. Flowers for
absolutely.
I gotta touch on it. I gotta touch on it, bro. The flowers,
what?
Bro. The flowers, what? Bro.
Oh, you talking about the flowers?
The flowers he be giving out.
You gave flowers to the
look, we on the flower set right now. we on the flower set. I just finished filming the next episode of Flowers, and we on the set right now. This is my flower set. So yeah, I have fun doing it, man. It's just little stuff, like little things that I like doing on the side, other than big productions. Something I can do at home by myself. Something like the flowers is like when you walk in the bar and you go sit at the bar waiting on your table, but you got little peanuts at the bar. You just snack on the peanuts till you call to your table. So this is just that. This is like had the peanuts at the bar, but then when you sit at the table, you got a whole full menu of everything I'm doing.
Yeah, I think it's
That's
genius,
for
man.
sure.
Because the thing that happens with somebody who's been in comedy since 1991 is you have to navigate in this new world. And
Yeah, yeah.
I've seen you say it on stage. Like, look, they saying if you could be as funny as Richard Pryor now, if you ain't got 10,000 followers, then you might as well go home.
Yeah, man, it's a lot of funny comedians who are in the shadows because they don't have a lot of followers, but very talented and very funny. But it's unfortunate. But like I said, my thing, and I'm one of them comedians. I don't have like crazy followers, but I just do what I do, man. I just keep moving forward, and everything will come. You'll attract what you put out there. So that's all.
Yeah, and I think you're attracting a great thing, man. Like from what you did with Glenn at VIP Bar and Country Club Hills to what you're doing. How do you pronounce that? Because I haven't been there. Is it Cabo Sports?
Cabo Sports. Yeah, it's Cabo Sports. Shot Fly Comedy Club is that's Cabo Sports is the home of Shot Fly Comedy Club right now, and yeah, we put that together, doing pretty well with it. Yeah. Rob performed and Nina performed there, I think, right?
Yeah, I performed there.
Did I say
I
it
was
right
good.
here?
I see it connected with that damn Dee crazy ass, and she hosts
Yeah,
your Friday
Dee.
nights.
Yeah, so that's I put together an open mic where it's a comedy showcase called About Laugh Night, and I put Dee Dee and Tiffany J together as hosts, and it's invite only. We invite 10 comedians out. Come on, just do a showcase and man, just have some fun. It's a good vibe. And I'm also looking at these comedians. I'm watching comedians because I'm looking at these comedians for future projects. If it's movies, skits, shows that I'm producing, so it's a purpose for this showcase.
Absolutely.
I've had
Absolutely. I had a
opportunities to
ball.
video.
I had a ball on there.
Yeah, man. Yeah, y'all had good. You had good set, man. Y'all had good sets on that.
Have you ever had to tell somebody that they had a good set and they didn't be, including me?
You know what? I don't know, man. I don't know. I mean, because I really don't. I'm not much of a talker, man. I really don't, and unless they ask me how they did, and I let them know the truth, because
I think I
I'm gonna
bombed
let them
one
know.
night, bro.
I want to help them.
You
Yeah,
hit me with
I
this
want to
shit,
help
bro.
them. Huh?
I said, B. I said, how was my set? Your ass say, how you think it was?
Is that what I said to you? Yeah.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. I mean, like I said, I just, comedy is it's from one's opinion, man. And if I say it ain't funny, but Damon Williams could be sitting next to me and say, man, that shit was funny, So it's just like, how do you think you did? That's all.
Hey,
that's what's important.
So can you explain the difference for the people that's watching, like the difference between a good writer and a good performer? And do you think that it always mesh?
Well, this is what I always say, man. So yeah, I'm a comedian, but I'm also a writer. So I'm a writer who writes for an actor who acts as a comedian. So
And that's
by
all
me
you.
being a writer, an actor, I'm acting as a comedian. So when I'm on stage, I write a script and I go on stage and act as that comedian. I'm not the comedian who just clown all day 24/7. I don't keep it on. People who hang around me, they know, of course, I got a sense of humor within conversation and stuff, but I'm not just constantly clowning. But like I said, I think a good comedian comes from being a good writer. And then you gotta be a good actor to act that script out as a comedian. So that's just me, man. So I, to speak on myself, like I say, I tell everybody I'm a writer who write for an actor who acts as a comedian.
Reason I asked, bro, is because I know I was stuck in a phase of just being a good writer. And I was watching you, JD, my boy Levi, just watching how y'all performed. And I was like, y'all perform y'all comedy. Remember when we sat there when you was getting ready for your special? And I was like, man, be back in Comic View days, you was like more animated or whatever. But you still carry a certain level of animation on stage, bro. I think you're a fantastic performer when it comes to that. And you could do it. You was doing on 111 Excalibur in the hood.
Yeah. I mean, everywhere I went, man, I just, I acted out my script. You know, like I said, I like to put together some funny jokes, and a lot of jokes come from life experiences and stuff like that. Anything I speak about is something I may experience, but I always put you got to exaggerate it a little bit. You know, you got the premise there. This happened to you in your life, but exaggerate it to make it funny. So some stuff may seem real off the wall, like, man, no, I know you ain't go through that for real. Like, yeah, I did, but it's exaggerated a bit, you know.
Who out here fact checking your comedy like you, Rick Ross, bro?
What do you mean?
Somebody out here said that story ain't true. You didn't have your drawers on the fan.
Well, I forgot about that joke too. Yeah, man. You know, but like I said, it's from like, because a lot of comedians now and great comedians, they do talk about their personal life. They talk about, you know, what's going on. Like Richard Pryor. Richard Pryor that's what made Richard. You know, he was vulnerable. He let people
Really
inside his
transparent.
life. Yeah,
Real
very transparent. So a lot of comedians don't get to that point, but when they do get to that point, it makes them great. I don't even think that I'm that transparent yet. Because like I said, I just, you know, like I said, I'm a writer, man. I write screenplays, I write movies. You know, I'm writing a stage play right now, but I write a script for stand-up comedy too. You know, because it's all entertainment. It's entertainment. But I believe once it get to that point where I really open up and be vulnerable, I think my career probably gonna go to another level.
Are you afraid to be vulnerable now?
Sorry.
Oh, go ahead, NiNi.
Say that word again.
Vulnerable.
Ooh,
vulnerable.
Thick. That tongue sounds thick. I'm just saying. Like, say it again because it's vulnerable.
Look, you ain't about to have look. That's what's in the cup. That's this talking right now.
Here we go.
Vulnerable.
Okay. I love me a little geriatric man with an accent. He sound like he plays some bills. Okay.
With an accent.
I'm sorry. I'm having a little wine here, so
no problem.
You gotta excuse me if I mess up a few words.
We gotta shout out our sponsor. Then we know what B.Cole drinking. Shout out to Richards Wild Irish Rose, man, for sponsoring today's episode. He's drinking on Wild Irish Rose.
That's what I need in this. I need that here.
Yeah, hey B. So, did you always know you was a dope writer, or like what inspired the writing? Like, how did somebody like tell you like, yo, you got a dope pen, or you always knew?
Hey, bro, that started way in grade school, man. When you know the teacher's like, all right, it's time to write a composition or an essay, you know, and you know, so I used to get creative with the stories, writing the composition. And I knew I was a good writer at like 6th or 7th grade because my teacher used to sit me down, have real conversations about my stories and be like, wow, you know, I love the twist on that. And man, I love to see love to see more and the sequel and all that. So them being like my teacher being intrigued and interested in my writing, really out of everybody in the class like that, pulling me to the side and just really talking to me about my stories, man. That gave me the confidence right there. Like, okay, cool. I'm a writer. Yeah.
What do you like about writing better? A new bit or a new script?
Say that again.
What you like writing better? A new bit or a new script?
Oh man. I don't even write bits no more. I probably haven't written a bit in over 10 plus years, man. But a script, I'm always good and excited to write a script. I gotta have motivation to do it. You know, I just can't sit down with a blank piece of paper. It gotta be a motive for me to just get down there and just start writing. So before I even put pen to a pad, I'm doing a lot of brainstorming in my head. So I do a lot of imagination, you know, just imagining and stuff like that. Then it goes on the paper, probably like after a whole half a year of brainstorming it.
Damn. So you out here like Rain Man for like 6 months.
So do you have
you know what? So, you know, I feel like I'm like that. You know that them Pixar movies, like the dads, and they got the family. Then you got the scientist dad in the basement. He got all these incomplete, like unfinished creations, and then the creation that he has, that's the one that starts the movie. So it's like I'm waiting on my project or my one creation that's gonna start my movie. Because I have a lot of unfinished projects, from screenplays to movies. I got a movie, I think a couple of movies that I never even released before. I got a movie called Past Due, and it got all the comedians in it. We shot that like back in 2007, and it got every comedian in it, from Damon to Kenny Howe, Tony Schofield, all Chicago.
I used to always miss his shit because my ass want to keep a regular job.
Yeah, that's the one thing always kept people away, because that 9 to 5, and you got to really put your all into it, man. Like by me starting at 19, I was able to sacrifice a lot of things because I was young and everything. But like, it's a lot of comedians, because Rob, you even came to me one day and you was telling me you was ready to quit your job and you wanted some advice from me. You remember that conversation we had?
Yeah,
And
absolutely.
I was like, do it. Because once you on that edge, bro, you trying to fight not to fall. If you got a cushion down there or a net, then you really ain't gonna put your all into that plan A. If you got a plan B set up.
Sound like what Sean Morgan was saying on the podcast I was watching, the What's Funny Today podcast. So Sean Morgan actually doesn't think that somebody's 100% comedian if they still got a 9 to 5 job. What's your thoughts on that?
Well, my thing is, like I said, I'm not gonna say you're not a 100% comedian. You can be a comedian and still have a job, but I think that you will really break out into your full potential without that safety net. And you miss a lot of time being on that microphone, because you do got to get up in the morning so you don't stay out late. Sometimes people work night shifts and stuff. You're a comedian, you got a night shift job, you can't even make it to the show because you do miss out a lot. But I wouldn't say that you're not a comedian, but 100% comedian. Yeah, I can't. I gotta agree with Sean on that. You're not 100% unless you put everything. You got to eat, sleep, stand up comedy. You got to put everything into it. And like I said, I did it at 19. I was fortunate enough to do television the next year.
You had a support system, right? You were a teenager. You had a support system, I'm sure.
No, I did not. I didn't have.
You had support.
Well, here's the thing. I'm gonna tell you. When anybody starts off comedy, and I tell new comedians this all the time, I say, look, your friends, your coworkers, your family, they all gonna come to your first shows probably that first year. You know what I'm saying? But that shit is gonna, dwindle down
quick. That's gonna
die down quick.
For real.
I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about a support system that kept you living inside, living indoors, having food in your stomach while you're going to open mics, and then you going home to lay down. How are you paying your bills?
No. See, I lived. So my parents moved to Minnesota, Minneapolis, the summer after I graduated high school. Mm-hmm. So when they moved, they got a home in Minnesota, but the home I grew up in for the past 20 years, since 1 year old, that house was up. The house was up on the market, but I was allowed to live in there for a year. So all I had to do is just keep the electricity on and heat on.
You had a support system, so that is why you were able to put your all in. So
but if you let me finish. So what? But in that shell of a home, I had no furniture. I had no electricity. I had no food. I had nothing in that house. It was just me, a candle, and paper and pen, and I was going out to the mics. Now here's the difference with me.
Baking soda, pot.
But here's the difference with me. Here's the difference with me. When I started in 1991, Black Friday, I would say not even a whole year, maybe 8 months since that, probably a year, I got invited to Comic View. And when I did Comic View, when D.L. Hughley was still the host, that allowed me to work. So it wasn't such a support system that whole year. Like I said, I was left at home, but I couldn't even pay the utilities in there, but I slept
You
in
was
there.
19, so you barely washed your ass or wiped your dick after you peed. So I wasn't expecting you to be responsible. I'm just saying you had some sort of safety net. So a 9 to 5 wasn't really your priority. You was ready to go
No.
out and get it. You wasn't
Yeah.
worried about changing your underwear and having vegetables and meals every day. You could eat oodles and noodles and be outside. You could
Oh
probably
man.
your way through
Yeah.
Chicago and have somewhere to sleep. You light skinned with pretty eyes. I'm sure you didn't have it that fucked her up. So,
B.Cole gonna be doing a Smokey Robinson story in September 2026.
No, I see, and during that time, that's when McDonald's had them like 2 for $2 Big Macs and all that. That was like my dinner every night. If I had $2, I had 2 Big Macs, you know. But I had no lights in the house. I was determined. I was determined to make it, you know. And like I said, the magnitude at that time, you got to understand with the comedy and the magnitude, it was just huge. Where, like I said, I was grateful to get on television after a year of comedy. But if I have to do it again, I probably wouldn't even accept that, because I would like to make myself stronger before you get on a national platform like that. Because the moment I did Comic View, I only did 5 minutes. I probably only had 20 minutes of comedy. When I did that 5 minutes on Comic View, every promoter around the country was calling me to headline their clubs. My first year around the country, I was only given 20 minutes and I had to try to freestyle the rest. So I was struggling with it. So the next year when Comic View asked me to come back, I took off Comic View for 3 years. They asked me to come back 3 years in a row. I told them no, because in them 3 years I was building up my set. And then when I went back after them 3 years, I had all the material that a lot of people know me from on Comic View, from like I'm in love with a crackhead poem. When I was blowing in the wind, game banging on the corner, blowing in the wind, and it was a lot of signature jokes I had on there, but I developed them over them 3 years.
So B, let me ask you this, man. You know you're on the parlay, so I gotta ask about the whole thing with Comic View, bro. I know that you fell on the sword for a lot of comedians. Can you shine a light on what took place with the dissolve of the relationship between you and the producers with Comic View?
Yeah, man. So with Comic View, I was there in the beginning, and then I just saw how they were trying to evolve by adding all these ingredients to comedy. And you know, I respect comedy, but when you got producers and execs, they all they do is think about the dollar, and they think about the money. So they doing everything they can to add so much stuff into this pot of gumbo, and it just becomes spoiled. Like for instance, like I was getting upset like every year they start adding something to comedy. They added a soap opera to it. I'm like, all right, y'all got a soap opera. They even, they asked me to be in the soap opera. I was like, I don't want to be in the soap opera. I just want to do stand up. And then they started putting models in the audience. So they went from having a real audience. Yeah, models on the stage and the audience. So that kind of took away a good vibe, because models didn't want to be on camera looking crazy, laughing. Yeah. So they trying to be pretty and cute, and then the guys trying to be cool because they know them cameras on their face. So they really wasn't giving it up for the comedian. So I started noticing that difference. But I think the nail in the coffin for me was when they start adding crickets to the comedians. If you remember that. And I'm like, y'all adding crickets to the comics? What the hell,
If a joke didn't land?
If the joke didn't land, they was adding the crickets. So I made sure I didn't get the crickets, but it was a lot of comedians I knew who got crickets, and then promoters were calling them, taking them off the shows that they had them booked for because they was showing on TV getting the crickets. So they cost a lot of comedians some jobs on the road. And see, when Comic View kept asking me to come back, they never wanted to give you a raise on the money. And I got to a point where I was like, dude, I'm not about to fly myself there, put myself up, and y'all give me a check for $150. That's it. That's all they were doing.
What were you getting paid for Comic View back then? What was good?
No, it was just $150 to get on Comic View. That's what they paid you, and the benefit of that is just getting the exposure on television. So you made your money on the road,
Yeah.
but by them kept asking me to come back and giving me that same money and pay my expenses and all that. I started raising some noise and got some comedians with me. We boycott because we wanted to have more money. And that became a problem. And that's when I became a problem with Hollywood, with Black Hollywood. So they didn't invite me to anything else because they went off and did Martin Lawrence First Amendment, PDD Bad Boys of Comedy, No Diddy. I'm glad I didn't do that shit. But yeah.
So when these other projects, so when these other projects became afloat, they wouldn't call you because of what took place with Comic View.
Yeah, because the thing is, first I didn't even understand it. I had to find out later. It's like, oh, these the same producers who doing these shows. Because I was wondering, like, why I'm not getting invited to Martin Lawrence First Amendment or Bad Boys of Comedy, or these other shows that's out. And then come to find out, these are the same producers that was part of Comic View. So they didn't want me back because I made Comic View. The group of us made Comic View go union. That's what they were doing. They were running from the union. Everybody think because Comic View was traveling around the country. No, Comic View, that production was a fugitive. So they was running from the union and going across state line. Every time the union catch up with them, we got to pack up and move to another city.
To get non-unionized workers.
Yeah, but they end up getting caught. Then they went from that and had to start paying comedians like $1,300 and all expenses paid. But I didn't get invited to that. You know what I'm saying? So they once that broke through, I didn't get invited to that. I didn't get invited to the other shows. I became this big troublemaker. So yeah, a lot of stuff happened. So I did fall on the sword for a lot of comics.
Why didn't like for instance other comedians that met you coming up when they started to do their own productions, did anybody reach and say, hey, hop on this production since you can't do that?
I don't know. I don't know, bro. I think because what I was doing, a lot of them comedians you see and doing that, they were trying to get me to do stuff before they were big as they are. Like for instance, Cat Williams. I remember Cat Williams came to me. His name was Cat in the Hat. We was outside the Hollywood Improv, and when I came out, I had to catch a red-eye flight. Me and my homies, we about to go to the airport, and he was out front. Like I said, no, like he was like Cat in the Hat. He wasn't the Cat Williams. And he came to me, he's like, B.Cole, man, he wanted me to stay and do his room that next night. And I was like, man, I got to get out of here and go do a show back home in Chicago. He's like, man, can you stay, man? And he wanted me to stay bad. And that conversation, he just walked away kind of upset. He walked away upset because I didn't stay and do his room. And then I saw him then years later, I saw him on Friday. I'm like, damn, that's that dude. And then Cat in the Hat. But I didn't put it together at that time. It just, I had to wait a little while. They're like, wait a minute, that's old boy. Then I ran into Cat when I went back to Hollywood. It was the BET Comedy Awards. I saw him there. And we just looked at each other. I looked at him. I said, "I see you, dude." And then he looked at me, nodded his head, because when you had that reunion like that, you remember that time, Yeah. And he probably took it as that it was a diss to him, but it wasn't a diss. I've been in LA for like 2 weeks. I was ready to get back home to Chicago, and I didn't have a show. I just wanted to get back home, but I just told him, I was like, "Yo, dude, I gotta get back home to Chicago. I got a red eye."
Do you regret that, B?
I don't know. Because I really never think about it. I never thought about it until we talking about it right now. But maybe if I did stay, I don't know. Maybe I still have a good relationship with Cat Williams. I don't know. But people remember stuff like that, And
it's just like if you ask a comedian that's coming up and you be like, you want to do some time tonight, and the comedian be like, no, not tonight. You're gonna remember that comedian being scared, right?
Yeah, and then that comedian can blow up and all that stuff, but you just always gonna remember that first meeting, that first conversation you have with somebody. So, but like I said, I don't know. I haven't seen or talked to Cat since then, man. But who knows? Like I got stories about with me and Kevin Hart and Tony Robbins. I talked to Tony Robbins about a get together right next to Kevin Hart. Kevin Hart was in that circle of that conversation, and I was talking to Tony Roberts about a get together while Kevin was sitting there listening to me in his conversation. And I was like, yo, I got this script I want you to check out, man. I think you'd be perfect for it. And he's like, yeah, send it to me and all that. And then Kevin was sitting right there, and not knowing Kevin was going to be big as Kevin, you know, I do regret not talking to Kevin about the movie.
A lot of people
You know?
didn't see Kevin Hart coming, man. Like, and I
No.
told my wife yesterday, I was like, you gotta respect Kevin Hart, even if you don't find him funny yourself. You gotta be like, man, I see why people.
Yeah, because you know what the crazy thing, I gave Kevin 5 minutes on my show when I headlined Caroline's in New York, and Kevin and Tony Roberts were living in New York at the time, so they came to Caroline's to see me because they're like, nigga, how you get Caroline's? What the fuck? You know, we live here. How you get Caroline's? And it's a story how I got Caroline's, which is crazy. But Kevin asked me for 5 minutes on my show. I was like, yeah, go ahead and get 5 minutes. And that was his first time performing on that Caroline stage.
Speaking of brothers that's been doing it again, man, we got Jeff B in the comments, man, calling you a genius.
Oh, that's my brother, man. Bam Jam, man. Bam Jam Comedy Tour.
Bam Jam Comedy Tour. Hey, in the words of NiNi, talk about it, bro. What's going on, man? What you got going on with the Bam Jam? Let's talk about it.
Well, me, first of all, me and Jeff B, we go way back in the 90s. When I met Jeff B, that was like when I first started. And I think Jeff was doing it maybe like a year before me, something like that. But man, me and Jeff always hit it off, man. Just on the comedy side, traveling, touring together, TV together. Me and him did Bill Bellamy, Who's Got Jokes together. We was on the same show. And you know how that show was a competition. And Jeff B, he ended up winning. He beat me out on that show. But Jeff always been that dude and funny. So me, him, Marlon Mitchell, and Muhammad, we did a show in Springfield. We traveled, we took the Amtrak down to Springfield, had a great time traveling, man. Just traveling with them brothers. You know how funny those Marlon and Jeff, just on the personal side, non-stop. So we on Amtrak, man, having a good time. We did a round trip, then back, did a club out there. Then that's when we created a tour. We was like, yo, we need to have this tour, man, us four. So it took us a long time to come up with a name, and I came up with Bam Jam, and I was fighting these guys for this name. They didn't want Bam Jam. I was like, dude,
is it an acronym, bro?
It's an acronym. I said, dude, it's our names. It's B and Muhammad, Jeff, and Marlon. That's Bam Jam Comedy Tour. And you know, they was like, nah, they like, it's kind of corny, dude. I like, dude, that's our names. But the names they was throwing on the table, man, I was getting so pissed off. They was like, we the monsters of comedy. I'm like, nigga, no monsters of comedy, nigga. I'm like, we don't need no more ofs of comedy. All that of kings of comedy, princes of comedy, queens of comedy. All that of comedy.
Oh, it has CWA, comedians with attitudes.
Comics with attitude. So when I was like, look, it ain't no better brand than our names. That's our name. B and Muhammad, and the A's in the Bam Jam, that's Ann. You got B, Ann, Marlon, Jeff, and Muhammad, you know. So anyway, we did our very first show we did together was New Year's Eve coming into 2022. And I think they were sold because after the show, we all took the stage and everybody in the audience was just chanting, Bam Jam, Bam Jam, Bam Jam. And then we all looked at each other. They was like, yeah, B, we got it. That's it. So it locked in right there. So I'll be happy when I be hearing them guys shout out Bam Jam because I knew how much I had to fight them to get this name. So when I hear Jeff B be like Bam Jam, nigga, I'm like, yes. But we are having a Valentine's
It had a
Day
Pornhub ring to it when I first heard it. It had a Pornhub tickle in my ear, but then as I saw it more, I was like, okay, I could see Bam Jam Comedy Tour. I thought Bam Jam was an orgy.
It really did sound like the Bang Bus, and I was like, what are they getting to? What?
Yeah. But you know, but I like people may think it's corny, but I like corny. I like because when you get behind the scenes of it and find out the meaning, go to the roots of it. Then when I told people what it means, they were like, "Oh, okay, that's cool. I like that." You know,
you could have named this the Mickey Mouse Clubhouse, bro. The level of talent that you got right here. These. When I say I wasn't always a comedian, I used to do radio in college, and I used to always admire y'all brothers. Every single brother on here. Back when Marlon had Giovanni's and Dalton.
Yeah.
I used to go check y'all out, man. And I'm like, man, y'all are amazing, bro. And I'm young as fuck watching y'all niggas, man.
Man, bro, like I said, it's a lot of us who come up through the Giovanni days, Leon Rogers, myself. That's why I saw Wildcat for the first time at Giovanni's. That was then when I saw Wildcat, I said, this dude gonna be a star. This dude gonna be it, you know. But everybody, I seen that everybody's first time on stage. Leon Rogers, I saw his first. I saw a lot of comedians coming to the game because by me starting in '91. I saw Deion Cole's first time on stage. I saw Damon's first time on stage, you know, because they came like a year after me.
What do you think has been people's biggest downfall, like universally, like you could think of in comedy? Like people start off with that whole, you come out the gate strong, friends and family showing up, and all of a sudden you just die down over the years. What do you think that the biggest thing is with that?
I don't know, man. A lot of that probably got a lot to do with personal life issues that interfere. You know what I'm saying? Like you know, you can really have some issues of with your personal life that just put you through a lot of stress. And say that again.
A nigga with a lot of kids and a lot of baby mamas, and you got life.
Leave me alone.
I'm just saying, you trying to be a struggling fucking artist, and you got 7 mouths to feed. No, I'm sorry, sir. You need to get a job.
Well, I mean, sometimes that'll pay off with, you know, if you make them type of sacrifices, then you're a millionaire probably within 5 years from that, you know. But it's about your drive, and it's about you of just not giving up and doing it. Like some people let that affect them from their dream, but if you just stay on the course of your dream, no matter what, it's just you and God, you're gonna get to where you are, and then hopefully, like I said, it's not that much time has passed where you can't do any redemption from that. You know, that's why when you get in it, there's no time for play or don't get distracted by all the accolades of what people give you. Don't believe, you know, because everybody gonna love you. Everybody say they love you, but you know it's fake love. You know, because the people who just said they love me back in the 90s, I can see them to this day. They'll walk right past me, you know? So, but the thing is, like, you can't get distracted by any of that. The women, the groupies, none of that stuff. Just stay on your path, and your journey won't be long before you hit your destination. The only time you stunt your growth when you fall to the wayside and start accepting the distractions that's off your path. So, yeah. So if you got a lot of mouths to feed, if you got a lot of responsibilities, you probably won't have a long time to get to your destination if you just stay focused. And that's what I think. And to answer your question, Rob, is about people fall off because they get distracted. They lose the focus. They start believing the hype, you know? They believe the hype, and then once you believe the hype, it go to your head. Now you burning bridges, you rubbing people the wrong way because your attitude, stuff like that. Then all of a sudden, you're gonna get humbled at a time in your life, and then now you're trying to work your way back up to where you've been, and hopefully you've matured from that, and go about it a different way your second time around.
Yeah.
So do you think people could reinvent themselves in comedy?
Oh yeah.
And
I believe so. I believe so. I really believe so, unless you do some real something to really get you canceled and all that. But everybody, like, comedy is peaks and valleys, man. Nobody stays like level like for a long time. Maybe a few do, but it's peaks and valleys. You're gonna fall, but the best fight is to get your way back up that hill going up. And that's what makes you. That's what makes you as a comedian when you do fall. Because I have a lot of failures. I have like movies, shows I've done, producing, stuff like that. I failed a lot, but my drive to get back leveled, it really is what really made me tough in who I am today, you know.
And you got some illustrious stuff, like, man, you was able to perform with the Purple One.
Yeah.
Hey, shout out to D. Patrick, shout out to Kim Washington, man. We having a good conversation.
What up, Kim?
What's up, y'all? But
What's
you had an
happening?
opportunity to perform with Prince.
Yeah, man.
And
No, yeah.
I
Prince
gotta keep it real. Hey, real quick, B. You was the first comedian to ever take me on the road, man. You took me to Minnesota, man. I appreciate you for that.
Oh yeah.
And I came to drop something off at your room, and I just sat there at the door. You was actually really in that motherfucker listening to Prince. You a real fan.
Prince, that's my dude, man. Look, I was a Prince fan early on, man, since grade school. And the thing is, I used to do a room that when I brought you to Minnesota, I had my room out there. I had a weekly room, and that's how I was able to meet Prince because I didn't know that my DJ for my show was friends with Prince, kind of like a family friend of Prince. They were grew up, families came up together. So one day after the show, he's like, "Man, I'm about to go to Prince crib. You want to go?" I'm like, "What the hell?" Just like casual like that, like I'm about to go to Prince crib. You want
Said
to
it like
hang
you was
out,
going to Sitgo.
just like that. I like you ain't going over no Prince crib, dude. He's like, "Yeah, I am, man. Prince, he in town, he in the studio, and our show was over at like 1 a.m. So we got the Prince crib probably about 2 o'clock. Prince was in there jamming with Roy Ayers and Larry. I think Larry Graham. Larry Graham was in there, and Roy Ayers was in there.
Did you fan out, bro?
Man, I couldn't do it. I couldn't do it because Prince probably wouldn't even let me in the crib, dog. You know what I'm saying? I had to be real cool. Now I did show my card at the end of the night when I asked Prince for an autograph. I was real cool all the way up to the time I was about to leave. I said, because I had a flyer for my birthday show. My birthday show was coming up 2 days after that, and I had a flyer that when I showed Prince my birthday flyer, he loved it. He thought it was funny. And because I had a flyer, and people who came to that birthday party back in the 90s, early 2000s, they probably remember this flyer. I had my head on top of John Travolta body on Saturday Night Fever. If you remember that album cover, and I had my head on top of that. And at that time, that was before anybody was like, photoshopping flyers and stuff. So I think I was the first one to do that. And when I showed Prince that, man, that dude had a kick out of it. He was laughing, everything. And he was so anyway, fast forward at the end of the night, right when everybody was leaving, I walked back to him. I said, "Hey man, you mind signing this? Giving you your autograph?" And he's like, "I don't do that anymore." I was like, "Oh shit." I was like, I just played myself right there. He's like, "I don't do that anymore." And when he said that, my dumb ass, I'm trying to like play it off like, "Oh yeah, I know what you're saying," because I do that sometimes myself and shit. He's like, "Yeah, I." So because I was trying to play it all like, "Oh yeah.
I do that sometimes myself and shit.
Yeah, I was like, I do that. I do that too sometimes. And he was like, "Yeah, all right, get out my house, nigga." but
you ended up on his stage. You wound up on the stage.
But that was September. And then when he came to Chicago in November, my guy, Brother Jules, rest in peace, Brother Jules, who introduced me to Prince, he told me that no, I called him. I said, "Yo, Prince in town. You in town with him?" He's like, "Nah, man, but if you want to go to the show, go ahead. I'll make sure you good." So when I got to the show, man, it wasn't even the concert, it was an after party. So when Prince's after party, all he does is do another show. It's just in a miniature venue than what he performed, because that night he was at the Riviera, and then his after party was at the Metro in Wrigleyville. So
like
when I went to it was a jam session, man. But here's the crazy thing about it: when I got there, it was November. It was dead in November, and honestly, I think it was like November 20th or 22nd, and it was really my 10-year anniversary for comedy. Because remember, I told you I started Black Friday, so that time I was already 10 years into comedy when that happened. So that was 2001. So,
hell of a gift,
bruh, that was the best performance of my entire career. And all I did was the poem, "I'm in love with a crackhead." That's all I did was "I'm in love with a crackhead," and Prince played the guitar beside me. And that was the best performance. And the crazy thing, I got the playlist of that night, because if you go on the Metro if you go on the venue website and pull up that date, it give you the whole playlist of all the songs Prince did that night. And check it out. Right in that midst of titles of Prince songs, you got "I'm in Love with a Crackhead" in there.
Bro, you gotta send that to me, bro.
Yeah, I'll send it to you. "I'm in Love with a Crackhead" is on that playlist. But the crazy thing about it too, because Common was there and Macy Gray was there. Common and Macy Gray had a show that night too. So after their show, they came to Prince after party. So when I got there, Common and Macy Gray was already there. They was inside the dressing room with Prince and his band. So when I got there, I came into the dressing room, and when I walked in, Prince was like, there he is right there. Like he was waiting on me and shit, you know, because Jules told him like be on his way. So when I got in it, he's like, there he is right there. Y'all ready? So Common was like, you know, Common talking with his hand over his mouth, like, nigga, we was waiting on you. Like this, he didn't want to leave till you got here and shit. I was like, yeah, that's my dude, man. I was at his crib hanging out with him a couple of months ago. Then Common was like, man, this is my first time meeting him. I'm excited. Now from that night, that's how Common got Prince to play on his album Electric Circus. If y'all remember, Common had a album called Electric Circus, and Prince played the guitar on one of his songs. But
you know what, B? You about to make me like that album. I've been talking shit about that album ever since he dropped it. I was like, this is horrible. Now I'm about to like it.
But that's how they connected that night where Prince agreed to do that. And all Prince did is just play. He just played. No vocals. He played on the song. Common say he went to Minneapolis, went to the studio, did the song in Prince's studio. Prince came and played and stuff like that. So it was a good experience. But man, that whole night was surreal, dog. It was crazy. It was really crazy. We didn't get out of there till like 4 a.m. after that jam session.
Now, big peep game, man. I don't know if you know this, but it's one of my favorite movies, Purple Rain, bro. So you barking up the right tree talking to me. Now I'm a scroller and troller. And Marcus Shark, also a friend of the show, I see that y'all got this little meme thing that y'all doing.
Hey man, Marcus won't leave me alone, man. Look, after I put one out and I'm like, all right, cool, this should shut him down. I just fried his ass, you know. And next thing you know, he come out with some stuff like, all right, you still taking shots. I get you. I don't reply back right away, but I let a couple of months go by, then I just drop it on his ass, and then it'll be something like that. But yeah, that was funny.
Rob, let me tell y'all, man.
That shit is hilarious. He looked like Jerome.
And he really do. I always thought Marcus Shark looked like Luke from 2 Live Crew, but right here he definitely looks like Jerome.
He look like some everybody. I call him David Allen Grill, all that shit.
It's my boy, man. Shout out to Marcus Shark. What's funny about this,
guy. Hey, me and Mark, but I just wanted to give you a little history because me and Mark started that meme war during COVID, and you know, and we just started just putting out memes and funny captions, and it's just caught on. We've been going for all that time, man, going on 6 years now.
He got you with one where you peeking out the window. You got a Malcolm X picture that he gonna keep putting that, man. He gonna keep putting that out with different captions all the time. Yeah, that was one of them early on pictures that I've taken back in the day. What made this funny though was the comments. People actually was trying to correct you in the comments, saying that's not Jerome.
I know. That's why I was like, a lot of people don't know that. A lot of people don't know it's a joke. A lot of people was like, man, stop this fake news and all that. You got the name switched up. I said, dude, it's a joke. It's all memes. But I don't know where all these people came from. I do not know where all these people came from, man.
It went viral. This picture right here on your Facebook page, it went viral, man. I done seen it shared a few times, man.
Yeah. And but a lot of Purple Rain fans was trying to fact check it and call it fake news, and when it really just started out as a joke, as a meme, you know. Yeah, and they really thought Marcus Shark was his stunt double in Purple Rain for real.
Super fun, man. Rob, NiNi, y'all had any more questions for B, man? Because I still want to talk about this application he got too.
Nah, I got a question for Cole, man. Like, you've been in 30-something years. Like, you ever thought about writing a book?
Yeah, man. That's I thought about it. I got a lot. I do have a lot to jot down in the book. That's interesting, man. Like I said, 35 years of stories of like people don't even know I toured with Dolomite, Rudy Ray Moore, right? Doing his
Rudy
last
Ray
tour.
Moore.
I toured with Rudy Ray, like I said, performing with Prince. It's a lot of stuff I've done that a lot of people don't know. But yeah, I have thought about writing a book.
You've been
That'd be
innovative your whole
dope.
career, bro.
Do you got a passion project? Because you said you got a bunch of scripts and screenplays that you haven't put out in movies that
Yeah.
you haven't released yet. Do you have a pad, or have you had a pad been working on? Like, yo, this is like the one.
Yeah, man, it's a movie that I'm destined to do, and hopefully things can start happening this year for me to go into production. But I believe I wrote this movie back in '05 and just still wanted to do it. It's called The Slapbox King, and it's about
I
slapbox.
remember you came up with this shit.
Yeah, slap. I actually shot a little trailer for it. Back
Damon
in
was
the
in
day.
there, right?
Damon was in it, but this is a movie that I've turned down a lot of funding for, because I've done movies. Like I said, I'm in love with a crackhead. My first movie, I shot that for $1,000. The Get Together was my next movie. I think that came out to like 70,000. Then I did Heaven on Seven. Heaven on Seven came out to like $90,000.
I was
But
at the
my
premiere
thing is
for
like,
that. That was nice.
but see, when people come to me about Slapbox King, I was like, I can't do that until I got the millions, man, because this is that project that I think that's going to really be that movie, because I want to involve a lot of Chicago entertainers, not just comedians, rappers, everything. We know about slapboxing, man. It's an urban neighborhood movie, character driven. So yeah, that's what I'm looking forward to.
Okay. I heard didn't you have a movie tucked away? I think years ago called Driving School.
Oh yeah, Traffic Safety School.
Oh,
Yeah,
Traffic Safety
yeah.
School.
That's
I heard
another
about
movie.
that. Yeah, I
You
heard
said,
that. I heard about that movie through Shakes, because I think Shakes was in it.
yeah,
He said
Shakes
he
was
was
in
in
it.
it.
Shakes.
Yeah.
I wanted to make another movie on the same scale as a Breakfast Club. You remember the movie The Breakfast Club? The whole movie took place in
Yeah.
the detention center. So it's just one location. So I was like, man, what can I do? So my experience of doing having to go to traffic school, because the judge sent me there on traffic violations, stuff like that. I say, yo, that's the perfect thing to do,
Let
And
me ask you this,
so
Big.
I shot it.
My bad, bro. I got ADD, so I got to ask you, mentioned it. What type of weed do you think that was that they smoked in the Breakfast Club that made Emilio Estevez do all that? You remember that? You remember when Emilio Estevez went fucking crazy? That wasn't no
He
regular
started
weed.
tweaking.
I don't know, man, because like during that time, like I said, I didn't even understand weed. I wasn't even I started smoking weed when I became a responsible adult. I started smoking weed at the age of 50. Or
What?
about like really like during COVID. That's when I was like, yo, just I'm a grown man. Let me start smoking. And
At 50,
I
bro?
started.
You
Yeah,
you
but I smoke
you
in
started
moderation though.
you started weed in your geriatric years?
Yeah. I was like, and my eyesight is beautiful, and
You got
I
that
can
shit
see very
prescribed.
well,
Yeah, that
and
sounds like
and,
very
and my
responsible.
my joints are real good too. It's some medication in that too now.
So
It's some medication,
what was your
huh?
vice before? What was your vice? Because a lot of comedians have different vices, and especially in our field, it's coupled with
Yeah.
a lot of addiction and a lot of like vices and alcoholism. What was your vice, or did you have any, and how did you get over it?
I didn't have any. I think I used to like just drink, like have a drink before getting on stage, just that courage juice, But I stopped that. I stopped that a long time ago. But when I became a full time weed smoker. That was like, yeah, once I hit the age 50. But before that, I was smoking with friends. But
Bro, say
you know, that's when
full-time weed smoking. You get
yeah,
benefits, days
yeah,
off.
because you know, before that, that's when your friends want to start offering you weed, and then when you start doing it enough, they're like, "No, dude, you got to pay for this now." Like, damn, nigga, y'all used to give me just blunts and stuff when I wasn't doing this stuff, you know. So yeah, so I just and I'm glad I can walk into a dispensary and go right to a counter and get it, opposed to, you know, getting how my homies used to get it on the street, man. We just drive up on the block and grab some from a stranger off the street. But
Big shout out to the dispensaries holding it down, specifically
yeah,
Michigan.
dispensaries doing their thing. But you know, like I said, I'm not like I slowed down too though. I'm not on that real big because like right now I'll be on here smoking right now, but like I said, I do it in moderation at this point.
Mm.
Have you ever done a set high, like you smoked and then you went out there and did your thing?
Big mistake, nigga. All jokes and notes. I remember driving the jokes and notes. I smoked a whole blunt. And then, like I said, and this is even before I became a full-time smoker. I just, one of them blunts my friend gave me, I smoked the entire one all the way to jokes and notes, and then I got on stage. And when I got on stage, my set was on autopilot, and I was inside talking to myself while my mouth and words were coming out and my mouth moving, and I'm in my head having a conversation with myself while I'm doing my set. And it was just a weird conversation I was having.
Out of body experience almost.
Bro, I was just on autopilot. And like, you know, because I like I said, I got a script. So I'm just doing my script. And I'm in my head, I'm like, damn, you still on this joke? It seems like we've been on this shit forever, you know. I'm having conversations like that.
That's what happened to me at VIP, bro. I brought that white boy with me that day, and this was the first time I smoked a vape, and I didn't think a vape was that strong. And I smoked it real hard right before you brought me up. You were the only person in that room I recognized, bro. Once I got up there. It was so bad for me. Remember Mike Hatchett? You gave Mike Hatchett my payout that night because I felt so bad.
I remember that. I do remember that. Yeah, dude. It's like, yeah, you'll get caught up, man. If it's something you're not used to doing and performing, man, yeah, you're gonna have that type of experience. So
everybody's not NiNi. NiNi could be high at court.
That's my default. Okay.
But no, but see, I admire the ones who can function well and do that, because I got friends who do that and function very well with it. But with me, one thing I hate when I smoke, my mouth I run my mouth. It's like nonstop. It's just ran on sentences and running on till it get to a point like I'm not making no damn sense what I'm talking about.
So what did we benefit? You didn't start that shit till you was like 50, bro. So what did it benefit you, and why did you continue to do it? Did it help the creative process off the stage?
It helped the creative process, but like I said, I know I said started full-time at 50, but I did indulge.
Yeah, but I was like, how far past 50 are you?
I'm 55. No, I'm 54 this year. This year I'll be 54. Yeah, I'll be 54 this year. So
him and Beyonce's birthday the same day.
Yeah. So I have indulged, but when I said, like, you know, I'm gonna take on and start buying my own stuff and stop getting it as gifts from my friends and just, you know, do it myself. So that started like when I hit 50.
I ain't mad at you. I just want to know, like, cause I be wanting to like really calm down on everything. I stopped drinking, bro. I used to be fucked up at y'all spots.
Yeah, and that's the thing. I'd rather smoke than drink. But here's the thing too, though. You got to be careful with them strains too, because I've taken sativa, and you know that have you wired on the go when I'm at home when I just want to chill. But it's good for creative. And then I'll have that indica where I'll be out and I really need the energy, you know. So you gotta be careful with the strain.
Mo on your ass, B.
Who's that? Mo Good?
She on your ass, B.
Mo Goody. What's up, Mo Goody?
She say 54 ain't never looked so good. Hey, shout out to Mo Good, man. Make sure y'all
That's
tune in
my
to Mo Good
girl, man.
Monday on Erica Nicole Clark's page tomorrow. She Mo Good showed a titty on her Facebook page and she can't go live for
No.
30 days. Yeah,
Are you
areola
serious?
nipple.
No,
She
this
showed
is
a whole chocolate titty on
Mo
Facebook,
Goody.
bro.
Oh, you shot the
Oh.
movie?
So she got to go live on Erica Nicole Clark's page.
That's my girl.
I'm not sure if
That's
she showed a titty or not. I'm
wild.
making that up. I'm making that up.
Like, Bobby, you so messy. I was like, Mo ain't show, but Mo.
I'm making that up. B, tell us about this app, bro. Before we got to shake one, man, because you was able to get an app.
Yeah, man. So me and my partner Sal Manir, he's out there in LA. He was one of my film partners, producer of my film company. We started a streaming app called New TV World. So NU TV World. Because like man, like I said, doing films and stuff like that, I had to go through a lot. Even starting with a get together, man, just with distribution, distributors, and these platforms. It's like, yo, let me just do this myself. That goes for me. That goes with everything I've ever done. When people wasn't putting me in movies, I did my own movie. When people wasn't putting me on shows, I produced my own shows. Now, going through all this red tape to get on these movie streaming sites, I make my own streaming site, where you can come see my movie
Yes, sir.
on my platform. And that's just how I've always been, man. I always felt like I never got invited to the reindeer game. So I just always started stuff on my own and did that. So
And that's your advice. And that's your advice for a lot of the comedians, I think, too, man. Whenever
man,
I see you.
Yeah, I don't look for validation. I don't try to get accepted by anybody or my peers, anything. I just do me. I just do it. And whoever I attract. You just got to find your tribe. You can't please everybody, but it's some people going to admire what you do, man. You just got to do it. I'm happy with I'm
Hey,
happy with my little small amount of followers that I got, man. You know what I'm saying? And I know it'll eventually grow, but I'm pleased with the ones I got right now who just come on and just show me love.
Because yours organic. You ain't never bought a follower, have you, B?
Nah, man, I don't even know how to do that.
I was gonna check, man. I'm gonna put up a recommendation post on Facebook to see if somebody could show me how to buy followers, man. Because I need the fast lane.
That don't get you nothing.
Listen
Like,
to-
what do you think having followers gets you?
I'm just bullshit. I'm an organic brother, man. And let me retract and recant in the words of the good brother Hot Sauce. Let me recant. Mo Good did not show her titty on Facebook, y'all. If y'all was trying to look for it, she did not.
Look at.
I know Mo Good ain't do that. Mo Good got more sense than that. That's my girl, man.
Yeah, that's the good homie, man. Hey, so make sure y'all check it out. Is it just gonna be your programs on this app, or you gonna have other things?
No, it's other movies on there, other independent films, black independent films, and some old movies like Uptown Saturday Night is on there. I just watched that like a little while ago. Let's Do It Again, and you'll find some old classics. You remember when Tubi started? Tubi was just showing all them old clips, so I was able to get some movies that was free to get on to my site. To just fill up with some content, man. So it's on there, but my movie's also on there too. Go check out I'm in Love with a Crackhead on New TV World. It's on there. Get Together, Heaven on 7 is on there.
So this is already launched. Like people could go to Google Play Store and get this right now.
Yeah, you can go get it right now, but I am having a few glitches though, y'all. So I'm still working out the kinks and everything, stuff like that. But some things may be not in effect right away. Like the new movie Get Together right now. I'm still working on that, where you'll be able to get on and pay $1.99 to watch the movie. So I'm still working on them glitches right there, but I'm looking at it like another week.
38D want to know if Claudine is on now.
That's what me and D talk about that movie all the time. We be reciting lines to each other. he was showing me how to hold my liquor.
Hey,
Claudine
classic, man. So
Claudine classic,
man.
but Claudine not on there. But yeah, man. Check it out, man, when y'all can. That's cool.
Yeah, New TV, man. D man, go to Google Play. If you got Apple, go to the Apple Store.
Yeah, and put in new TV. Nut V, just Nut Damon Williams call it Nut V.
That'd be
Go to Nut V
that's
World.
crazy.
New
Bam
TV
Jam
World.
and Nut V.
Yeah, Bam Jam. Right, that sounds like straight Pornhub. Nut V and Bam Jam.
Oh shit.
But yeah, but check those out, man. And I'm also about to start my Midwest tour, the Legacy of Laughs tour. I got 18 cities confirmed. And I just got word that 20 more cities might be attached to it, man. So we're looking at that. So that'd be 38 cities to go around to be markets, small markets in the Midwest. But I'm excited about that. We launch off February 27th.
Oh, very
And
nice.
Rob, you're gonna be one of the openers, right?
Yeah,
Look,
hey, but you know what I love about this? It's not my production. Shout out to Tony Strong with Elephant in the Room Entertainment. It's his baby. He asked me if he could put a tour together for me. I was like, go ahead. And and he came back with the whole layout. I was like, this man put some work in. So I'm like, I'm happy because this is the first time in 25 years that I'm on as just a talent,
Yeah.
Like I've always been a producer and just the creator of everything, but me coming on as a talent, I love it. All I got to do is focus on my stand-up and headline 30 plus cities.
That's gonna be
yeah,
super
I
dope.
already. I'm in a group chat with Tony Strong and the other comedians that's part of B.Cole's tour. I already sent my headshots in, so
Okay.
I'm just waiting for dates.
Yeah, because like I said, I let Tony just take care of everything. Because y'all know if it was up to me, I have everybody on there, especially my personal ones that I like.
The League of
But
Extraordinary Comics.
the League of Extraordinary Comics, I'm bringing that back to shout out to John Ruffin at Theater 47. We bringing that back. Sketch
Of
comedy
course.
show with stand up. The League of Extraordinary Comics, man. So like I said, I'm like that Pixar dad in the basement with all these inventions, but it's gonna be that one that's gonna start the movie.
No, you're good, brother, to know, man. Before you shake one, because we got a few segments we're gonna do, man. Before you get out of here, man, I see you had an opportunity to meet one of the good brothers, Five Heartbeats, Media Man. He was out there with
Man,
Robert
dude,
Townsend.
yeah. Man, Robert Townsend and me and him had a good conversation too, because he heard of me when I met him, which was great. Because people was like Leon, big up to Leon Rogers for that. Leon Rogers was telling Robert about me, just saying, "Yo, you got to meet B.Cole. B.Cole is you," because his Hollywood Shuffle is my I'm in love with a crackhead, and that's the most Chicago picture I've ever been in. Me, Lil Rel, Tiffany J. Curtis, and Robert Townsend. That's the
Super
Awakening.
dope.
That's the Hollywood Shuffle. That's I'm in love with a crackhead and Relevant.
If
That's
y'all just
so
tuning in, we
Chicago.
got B.Cole, and he said, if you working at Winky Dinky Dog and you want to be a comedian, quit.
Yeah, man. But shout out to
Winky.
everybody, man. Just the comedy community, man. I just want everybody just entertain and love, because there's a lot of crazy beef going on in comedy now, man. I just want to see everybody just perform in love, because that's where I
They
come
tried
from.
to pull you in. I didn't want to talk about it, but since you said the word beef, I gotta talk about it real quick, B. So over the last 2 weeks, Corey Holcomb has had a really strange last 2 weeks.
Yeah.
Now, I do know from my recollection when you were doing, and I want to shout you out too, man, because you were an innovative, man, when you was doing Really Dope Radio.
That was before
an internet.
podcast really took off. I was always ahead of my time.
You was doing podcasts before podcasts, but when you were doing Really Dope Radio, Corey Holcomb said some slick shit about you, and B, the way you responded, you said you was gonna respond. You never really even responded to that shit.
Well, the thing about that, when Corey dissed me on his show, man, I was really upset, and I went to the studio. My guy Mark Cannon, if y'all know Mark Cannon, big up to him. I went to him to his music studio, say, "Hey, dude, I gotta come back, and clap back at these cats, man." And at this time, I was kind of frustrated because everybody was off to Hollywood, nobody looking back. These are cats I ran with. So I did a song in the music studio. I did No Vaseline, Ice Cube, and I named all them names, everybody out there in Hollywood from Chicago. I named them all, and I was telling a lot of factual stuff in this song because it was real. Is my story.
Is it on
with
YouTube?
everybody out there? But I never released it though because
Damn.
when I recorded it, right after I recorded it, Corey called me on the phone and apologized, and he made a public apology that week, the next week on his show. So Mark Cannon looked at me and said, man, you can't put it out now. So I got a No Vaseline song like Ice Cube had towards NWA. I got it towards a lot of comedians who I came up with. And, you know, I went through my bitter stage at that time, but I love everybody now, you know what I'm saying? But I was bitter at the time.
I think Mo Good might have sent a message to Corey. I'm looking at her comment right now. She said, Corey said something about B.Cole. We will fold Buddy up.
It's all good, Mo. We good now, Mo.
It's just tripped out how relationships work. Like I see you still got a strong relationship with Jeff B. You now the whole thing with Corey, that's squashed now. But if you see somebody going through public scrutiny that you connected to, say for instance, if y'all was tighter and you see him going through something like that, how long do you stick by somebody that's going through that type of public scrutiny, bro?
You know what? I just mind my business, man. And like what Corey's going through, he got to figure it out. He got to do it himself. I mean, because, you know, it's kind of self-sabotage, man. It's like, you know, Corey know how edgy he is. He know the boundaries he push, and he know the repercussions from that. So I just don't get in the way of that. But when someone's being attacked, like friends, man, like even when Dion was getting attacked about, if y'all remember, Dion was wearing that outfit and everybody's attacking him on that red carpet from the outfit, the pants, the bell bottoms he was wearing.
When you lose weight, you do wild shit.
Yeah, and I reached out to him. I was like, "Yo, man, don't let him sweat you. Don't even let it go to you, get to you, brother. You know, it's just that you at that level of success right now and everything." But I did reach out to him on that.
Cool.
But yeah, I don't. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, I just try to mind my business, man, because you know. But
you think Corey's being attacked?
Well, I'm not gonna say wrongfully attacked.
You think Corey is being attacked?
I'm not saying.
We'll start with the same letter. So I want you to, you know, is he being attacked or is he being held accountable for his actions? Because the big titty bitch type of behavior that he did there when he put his hands on that woman was not cause for, and that is literally who you are. You're not acting. You're not on the stage. You're a bitch in real life.
Yeah, and I agree on that. But like I said, Corey is self-sabotage. He brought it all on himself. And like I said, I just stay out of the way, man. My opinion, I don't, it really doesn't even matter. But I don't support and I don't condone any man hitting a woman. I'm gonna tell you, I fell out with a comedian because of that. And this comedian, you know, to this day, you know, me and him don't speak because of that, you know.
The fact that he did that shit in the parking lot and the shit looked unprovoked, it all looked bad. I wanted to bring it up because I knew he said some ill shit about Damon. I done heard him say ill shit about you. He said ill shit about Lil Rel. Like it's no respect for the crib.
Yeah, I know. And like I said, it's just like, man, I don't even want to even get into them fights, man.
Are y'all reading Mo Good's comments?
That's why I started smoking weed, so I can just be chill.
I just got to read this real quick. Dion's still gay though. That's Mo Good. These quotes. These just quotes.
Mo Good, so damn silly, man.
His name Dion, first of all. Anytime you can say Zion, that's gay in itself.
That's funny.
I like Dion, man. I don't know him. I did one show with him, and that was it. But gay or not, funny.
Yeah, me and Dion was cool. We you know, a lot of people still ask me to this day, you know, y'all related and stuff because of the last names, of course. And like I said, me and Dion, we always did shows together, stuff like that. We, you know, because we wanted to come off into the industry as like the Cole brothers, as the Wayans brothers was doing it. Like, yo,
he was in a few of your sketches. I seen man B. You here, man? I gotta tell you, bro. You was so ahead of your time, man. And I ain't trying to stroke your ego, because I tell you every time I see you, I'm like, man, where that shout him out sketch?
Okay, don't be afraid to stroke. You like it.
I'll call a spade a spade. I get credit where credit is due. I might not give flowers to the stuntman from Beverly Hills Cop, but
but you know, I had an ego assassination like years ago, man. I don't even have the ego isn't even there to stroke anymore. It's like that's the first thing I done killed off throughout my evolution of the new B.Cole. But yeah, man.
The podcast thing, the sketch comedy thing, a lot of the short films that you done did, a lot of that shit being done now, and we looking at it as reels and shorts. But you've been doing that shit.
I've been doing it before the internet, man, in the 90s and everything. Like even before Chappelle came out, the Chappelle show, I was doing the sketch comedy on the big screen and doing stand-up in between. And we was doing that in the nightclub. Like I used to bring my own projector and project a screen to the club and show my skits, you know. So and that's before the internet.
Look at this.
They going in on me in the comments, man, just because I said I gave you a few compliments, big. They're calling me a bottom. Fuck everybody in the comments. Fuck y'all. B.Cole in the building.
We was really talking about Zion and his bell bottoms being a bottom, but you can join that bottom behavior too.
Yeah. Hey, man, trust me. Hollywood is weird, and Hollywood got a lot of stories out there, man, and a lot of people out there. It's really a cult. Hollywood is a cult.
It is very much a cult.
It's a cult, but you gotta and understand this. When I came home from Hollywood, that's when I gathered up everybody and said, yo, we don't want what's out there, man. We're going to do it here. And that's why I start being independent. And that's why everybody's in my movie, I'm in love with a crackhead.
B.Cole, I know they tried you out there. You out there looking like motherfucking, okay? You out there looking light-skinned, light bright down there.
Terrence Howard.
I know they was trying to get you looking like Barry Gordy Jr.
Hey. Trust me, I had some attempts made at me, and it's like, yo, I'm going back. Hey, Wild Hunteds, I'm going back to the crib. And when I came home and told them, like I said, I started the independent movies, stuff like that, and then it just wasn't moving fast enough for them cats, man. And a lot of cats went out there, and now they big time, you know.
Because they was on sometimes you got to get on your back, okay?
But
sometimes being 10 toes down is a thing, and being 10 toes up is another. Okay?
But I'm gonna tell you. But here's the thing. Them guys. That's why they don't want me around, or they don't want to face me, because I warned them. I warned them what's out there, and they know that I know that they took the bag. So when you accepted the bag, you know, you kind of got some shame that you don't want to face me. So, like I said, a lot of times when them cats been blown up, and I can't tell you how many times I saw them in person since then.
But why act like that? Because you got a little dick too. It's fine. When I say this, is why I say dick is good all the time, and all the time dick is good. But you got to be able to admit that you like a little dick, a little dude too. It's okay. If you didn't have to do it in secrecy, everybody know how to get it up.
Don't use you in superlative though. Use they and them or some shit.
Man, look, dude, it's like, it's kind of it's open now. It's like, why wouldn't they just come out? But you know what's gonna be what it is? All them guys who's doing it in secrecy, the LGBTQ community, they're going to out them, because that's kind of offensive to them. Like,
very offensive. Why
are you ashamed of us? And when you're like that in private, so everything that's done in the dark definitely gonna come to light, you know.
We seeing that with the Epstein Island, the Diddy house,
shit,
all that.
And
you know,
wasn't Jay-Z name just named in the Epstein files that was released? That's why him and Beyonce are losing a lot of followers.
Yeah,
I just think a lot of people see this Epstein thing and think it's not like black people are not included in this. They don't think black people are included in the mess in Hollywood. They are, and
it's the rich. It's the rich and famous. You know, it doesn't matter what color you are. It's the rich and famous. You know, I was surprised to see a lot of black entertainers on there, you know, but like I said, I've seen that stuff go on back in the 90s, man. It was crazy. And way before I got there in 91 or 92, it was going on before then. So
how did you steer clear of that? How did you, and why?
I left Hollywood. I left. You know, I couldn't stay there. I couldn't stay there because, like I said, everything was coming to me. The devil gives you gifts. So when the devil gives you gifts, and if you're not protected or have no type of morale, you're going to accept it. So it was so much on me where I'm like, you know what? I got to just take myself out of Hollywood and go home and be independent and do this stuff at home. Let me get this little fame I got and capitalize on it, going home and do it. But at the same time, I was blackballed from Hollywood because I wasn't a player. Yeah. Like, trust me, I got offered a lot. Like, a lot of people don't even know that I turned down, if y'all remember a sitcom called Homeboys from Outer Space, I turned that down.
It
was with Flex. I turned that down. Then when I turned it down, they gave it to Mel Jackson. If y'all know actor Mel Jackson from Chicago.
That was a nigga who was licking his lips too hard on Soul Food.
Yeah. So they gave it to Mel Jackson.
The evil light skinned nigga.
And once Mel Jackson, I think Mel Jackson, he backed out because he got Living Single. So he chose Living Single, and then they got Durrell Bell from Different World. So that's but like I said, when you tell Hollywood no, like once it's a red flag. Then if you come and tell them no twice, that's different. Dude, I was up for Soul Train. I was up to be host for the Soul Train after Don Cornelius. You know what I'm saying?
They get Boris Kojo, Shamar Moore.
They got Shamar Moore, but before Shamar Moore, they got Maestro Clark. So when I turned it down, they got Maestro Clark. Now
I remember when Maestro was on there.
I also got offered Vibe when they let Chris Spencer go on Vibe. I was to meet Quincy Jones for Vibe, but Quincy didn't want a new no-name comedian, so wanted somebody
to Sinbad.
So they got Sinbad because Quincy is like,
they gave it to Sinbad.
They don't want to give it to Right? Say it again.
I said, keeping it light bright. You was in like,
they was gonna get a light skinned nigga to do the part.
So when trust me, man, Hollywood didn't like me, man, because like I said, I wasn't going. I just wasn't going. Yeah. And I suffered for it, but come on, man. Look in the long run, the stuff you see now, look at Bill Cosby. Look at all this stuff. They later on in the years, they gonna get you.
It always comes out or is held over your head until you feel so much shame that you won. You try to do everything to distract yourself from the decisions that you made.
Yeah.
Or two, you fall off of the face of the earth and they don't care about you after that. Like,
yeah, but they don't like for you to tell them no, because they look at themselves making you. They making you a star. So when you tell them no, it's like the nerve of you, you know. So it's like, and I was getting that a lot. So,
but I think one of the best things that you're doing, B, is like you're not just a comic, you're not just an actor, you're a producer, you're a writer, you're a director. So Heaven on 7, you're not even in that movie, are you?
No, I just directed it. I just wrote it and directed that one. I didn't want to direct and star in that one. That was my first movie I didn't star in, and Traffic Safety School. I didn't star in that either. But that movie isn't out. I don't think that'll see the light of day. But yeah,
Heaven on 7 was a great movie, bro. And while we on the subject of getting out of Hollywood and doing what you was doing,
Heaven on 7 was pretty dope.
Somebody in the comments asked about your relationship with Bernie Mac. Now, didn't Bernie Mac tell you something in regards to your comedy coming into the game?
Now, look, my first time bombing was when Bernie introduced me. And when Bernie introduced me and I bombed, that was my first time meeting Bernie. I was already doing comedy probably like 6 months, close to a year. And then I was doing it you know what Don B show is at the Country Club Theater? I mean,
the dinner show,
the Culture Center.
The Culture Center on Southfield, yeah.
Y'all know, you know where she's at now, doing her Tuesday nights.
South Shore.
South Shore, yeah, South Shore Culture Center. That's why I started. I started there, and they was doing an open mic there every Friday night in 1991. So on Black Friday, that's why I started. And Godfrey was on that show with me too. My first night of performing, me and Godfrey performed that same night. But the guy who was hosting that, shout out to Don Harper, he told me to go see Bernie Mac at the Cotton Club because I was coming there to the South Shore Culture Center every week for 6 months. He's like, yo, they love you here, but you got to branch out, man. Go see my guy Bernie. I didn't know who Bernie was, but then when I got to the Cotton Club, I met Bernie, and he just did Def Jam. I discovered Bernie after dude told me about it because I saw him on Def Jam. I was like, yo, that's what I'm going to see next week. So when I went to go see him, I bombed, and that was my first time bombing, and I quit comedy for 3 months. And when I quit comedy for 3 months, I thought because that was my first time bombing, I couldn't take it well. But I got a job at Blockbuster Video in Evergreen Park. I was working Blockbuster Video because I still wanted to be part of the movies and shit. So I was like, I'm gonna just rent them out and shit, So
you had a job.
I had a job for 3 months at Blockbuster Video. Yes.
But you wasn't doing comedy though, NiNi.
I wasn't doing comedy. No, I wasn't. Like, it was either or. It was gonna get a job or do comedy. So when I quit for them 3 months, I started working full-time Blockbuster Video. But when I got back and doing comedy, I instantly quit Blockbuster.
So
I was like, I'm going back.
For 3 months?
Huh?
You only worked there for 3 months?
Only worked there for 3 months, yeah.
You're good. You didn't even, so you can't really say you worked there. You didn't even do the 90-day probation. Got to use
and all I did was stock movies. I just stocked them. I
One
did
of the
stock
first
sales.
bootleggers is on the Parlay Podcast. I love the fact that we started Black History Month with one of the first bootleggers because I know you was dubbing them Blockbuster VHS.
Oh man, that was the perks, man. They let you take about 3 movies home a week. They like you get to take, and I'm a movie buff, so yeah. That was one of the benefits that I love, that I got to see free movies during that time. But yeah, like I said, this is a good Black History moment and Groundhog Eve Day.
Groundhog Eve Day.
Hey, so what you said some of your movies, now that you have this app, are you gonna flood the app with like all the projects that you're working on? Because you said traffic safety school wasn't gonna see the light of day. Is there a reason why that wouldn't be on the app?
Because I have problem with the footage.
Okay.
I get emotional talking about it, man, because it's lost footage at this point. I filmed the whole movie and lost the fucking footage, and it's a story behind that. There's a story behind that. But I do have a podcast called Scary AF. Scary AF stands for Scary and Funny, where me and my co-host Asylum Jim. What we do, we interview comedians, and we just talk about scary movies. That's it. Nothing else. Talk about the classic stuff like that. So I definitely want to have you guys on there as guests, man. One at a time.
I was just talking about that. I was at my mom's house this morning, and I was like, "Yo, I'm gonna have B on the podcast tonight, Mom." We was watching JD's Revenge this morning.
Oh yeah, Scary AF. It's on YouTube. Check it out. Subscribe. Scary AF podcast on YouTube. Check out some episodes, man. But we're about to start doing some new filming of that next month. Actually, at the end of this month, actually.
Hey, keep the JD Revenge episode open for me, bro, because Glenn.
I got you, man. I know you told me that before, but we had guests such as like Just Niche was on there, Damon Williams, Jay Davis, Michi, Damn Fool, Jesnaira Baez. We did a nice amount of episodes. I even did Mo Good. Mo Good did an episode with me. So yeah, man, I'm bringing that back. So please go check out Scary AF. But that will be on new TV as well. Rob, to answer your questions. I know it's yeah. So I know it's 2 Robs on here. Rob May, Robert. Right, Robert. You like being called Bobby though, right? Or
I love
B.
being
Wright.
called. I was doing B. Wright, man, and everybody thought I was you, man. I was like, I don't even look like B.Cole. So I stopped doing. But y'all still call me B. Wright. Y'all grandfathered in.
I still call you B. Wright. Yeah.
All the time, man. So it's super dope, man. To have you here. What you did for Diane Quarter, man. I want to give you your flowers for giving you her flowers, man.
Yes, the Standing Ovation Awards, the B.Cole Standing Ovation Award. Me and my business partner, Sean Thomas with Kaba Sports, we came up with this idea just to honor the comedians who, I like giving people their flowers who don't get mentioned a lot, man. Just not recognized. And that's why I do my little thing, the flowers. I always pick out the people who, you thought about before, but never really thought about. Like, damn, okay, I know who that is, and it's good to get them flowers, man. But Diane Porter had to get the first one. She's the mother of Chicago comedy. She was my mom coming up. She used to sneak me inside the comedy clique to perform when I was 19. I wasn't old enough to get in there, so she raised me in this game. So I had to give her the first one. Then the second one I gave to Reginald Ballard and Carl Payne, Brumman and Cole from Martin.
You had them both at the same time in the same place. That was so crazy.
Yeah, man. So I'm happy about that. So I got some more recipients coming up, man. And just look out for that too, man. B.Cole Standing Ovation Award.
Yeah. I think that's major. When I seen, because I still see Diane Porter, man, like she be at bartenders, and I seen her at Riddles, and they're not laughing and giving her courtesy laughs because she is up in age. She is funny, bro.
Diane always
She's funny. Diane Porter still sharp on stage. You hear me? Sharp.
Who is just, that is her gift. That is,
yeah.
I love Diane Porter, man.
Diane
she's
she's very talented. She's seasoned. She's been through a lot, man. Diane's been through a lot of tragedy in her life. And even when she was performing at Chris Tucker Club, because Chris Tucker had a comedy club open in Atlanta for a little while called Chris Tucker Cafe. I've done it a few times. Big up to the Tucker family. The hospitality was great. But Diane Porter actually, she had an aneurysm in the middle of her performance on that stage, and she spent like a whole week or two in a hospital in Atlanta, man. She fell out in the middle of performance, and she had an aneurysm, man. So Diane been through a lot, man, and like I said, I had to give her honors for that Standing Ovation Award. She's so deserving of it.
Like I said, we got to give you your flowers for giving flowers, man, because you could be selfish, you could be a hoarder. You know, a lot of times when people on certain platforms or certain planes of success, you hoard. You even mentioned that yourself about people who get to Hollywood and they hoard their resources.
But here's the thing. See, I'm a student of Robert Townsend and Keenan Ivory Wayans. So watching how they came up, it was just like, yo, that's what I want to do. I want to find the next Jim Carrey. I want to find the next David Allen Greer, Tommy Davidson. You know what I'm saying? Jamie Foxx. You know, they put a lot of people on, man, and that's just been me. That's been a cloth that I'm cut from as well.
Nah, that's super dope, man. Again, we appreciate you, man, for joining the Parlay Podcast today, man. I could talk to B.Cole for 5 hours because you've been in the game since 1991, nigga. Shit.
Hey, man, I got 35 years worth of talk. So, you know, there's a lot
we
to talk about.
We got to have a part two at some point. We got to have a B.Cole part two. We got to talk about the second half of his career. Some shit.
Hey, man, whenever y'all ready, like I said, I don't do a lot of podcasts, man, but whenever y'all ready, I'm happy, man, to do it. You know,
man, it's incredible, man. Thanks again for stopping by, man. When Rob said he was gonna be on here, I was excited and shit, man. I was like, and we didn't got pump fake so many times on the parlay. I didn't want to get too excited until right before the show started, and I seen you backstage. I was like, okay,
yeah, man. I reached out to him, and he was like, yeah, I do it. I'm like, bet, let's go.
But y'all, man, you know, y'all my guys, man. Y'all my people, man. Like, and like Mike Samp, I had to talk with Mike Samp, and it wasn't to Mike brought it to my attention. He's like, B, man, a lot of comedians just say you don't fuck with them, man. It's just like, you don't fuck with us no more. I was like, Mike, it ain't that I don't fuck with y'all. It's just that y'all graduated from the platforms that I've done. Every platform I set up has always been for the new comics who've been doing it under 5 years. And once y'all graduate from that, y'all going on. So I'm still, it's like once y'all go to get out of high school, I'm the teacher that's still there teaching. You know what I'm saying? I'm still there. But y'all going on to do bigger things. So it ain't that I'm proud of all of them. Him, Marvin, M Dubs, Marvin Phipps, everybody in that class, K Ferg, all of them, man. And I just want to say it's not that I don't mess with y'all. It's just that y'all done graduated to the next level. And I know y'all will come back and do my show if I ask y'all to, but sometimes I don't even want to insult y'all because I know y'all in a whole different tax bracket now. You know what I'm saying? But I know they'll do it out of love anyway, but I just respect what they're doing now. So it's not, I love to work with everybody, you know, but, you know, like I said, it's just that, You know, them cats, they advanced now, man. They graduated. They own. But I seen everybody when they first came on and when they first performed on my platform, they were young amateur comedians, man. And now they just, man.
Did you predict how dope Just
did.
Niche was gonna be, bro?
Man, dude, I peeped that when Just Niche first got in the game, and I made her my co-host at Harold's Chicken. When I was the first one to do a Harold's Chicken comedy show, the Harold's Chicken Shack up north, and I made her the host. So Just Niche, and I love Just Niche because she always shout me out doing interviews and everything. Everything she tells everybody that I taught her how to host, and it's just like, man, that's love, you know. So. Yeah, I'm not surprised on what she's doing now. She always had it.
Called B.Cole like the Golden Bridge, man. Whether it's Marcus Shakes, Marcus Shark, Marcus Combs, God bless his soul. You know, you are the bridge to old, young, South Side, North Side. Everybody fuck with B.Cole, man. Had your issue with Corey. I even remember when you and Mike Samp had an issue with a joke. Squash that shit real quick.
Oh yeah, that shit was squad. It was a misunderstanding. It really was a real big misunderstanding. But you know, like I said, that's like sometimes you just gotta, you know, just talk it out in private. Not get, you know, when you get into it with people, you can't let emotions take over. You know,
can't let it dictate. No,
the greatest superpower to have is to control your emotions, and that's the thing. And I get it. You know, people get guided by that, and they you know, they what's the word I'm looking for? They just
they get driven off emotion. You're reactive. You know, you become reactive in the moment.
Right there. But like I said, me and Mike talk. We got to an understanding, stuff like that, and it was good. It was good from there, man. So big up to Mike on that, man.
Big up to y'all, man, because a lot of times motherfuckers want to just create this like public display of bullshit. You get other people involved now, and now you can't even squash it right. So
yeah, I know that's. I think that was the biggest problem I had when a lot of Mike's supporters start coming at me about what he put out there, and I think that was the real problem for me, you know. And it's like you gotta be careful with that, man. Same with Corey Holcomb. When I got into it with Corey, and you know, all 5150 was at me. They was all in my inbox because you know I responded on Really Though Radio, and man, 5150, man, they was on me, man.
I tell all the time, if you really want somebody to know about your significant other, how your family and friends feel, fake a breakup.
Right.
If you fake a breakup, you're gonna find out how your family and friends truly feel about that other person. And that's what happened. It looked like a breakup was going on between y'all, and then everybody else went, I never liked that nigga.
That part, yeah. So, yeah, man. So you just gotta be careful, man. That's all. Like I say, I be careful on how I react to a lot of stuff. You know.
Yeah, that's dope.
Not trying to create no enemies out here.
Cause you and Reggie Reg, y'all martial artists.
You must have heard something about me, huh?
I have. I do research. The staff sent me a whole bunch of notes on you, B. Before the show. I had a whole bunch of notes. I've been reading. The staff sent this to me this morning. I've been reading it all day.
Yeah, big up to Reggie Reg too, man. That's my boy.
Very funny, man. Bam Jam, February 14th, kicking off. We got
Shot Fly Comedy Club. Shot Fly Comedy Club. Go to kbsports.com for tickets, man. Man, come check out the Bam Jam Valentine's show. It's gonna be dope. It's gonna be real dope,
man. B, we ain't gonna hold you, man. We gonna talk our shit before we get up out of here, man. We ain't gonna hold you again. We appreciate you, bro.
I appreciate every last one of y'all, man. You, NiNi, and Rob Mayfield, man. Hey, I love y'all. Y'all dope, man. I love the podcast too. I've been watching. Trust me, I love it. So when Rob asked me to be on it, it was no question because I already know the podcast. So good shit.
Man, we appreciate you, bro, man. Hey, keep up the good work, B.
All right, man. Thanks. Appreciate y'all.
No doubt. Peace, bro.
Man, peace. Yeah.
Yeah, B.Cole in the building on the Parlay Podcast. That was fun.
That was dope. That was fun, man. That was dope, man. He's a Chicago like relic, like a historian, bro. Like so many people he's been connected to in the comedy game. That's we didn't even like test the stories he could possibly tell if he wanted to.
I try to think of as much stuff as I possibly could think of.
I know you was fangirling a little bit, Bobby. I was like, I know them titties perky over there.
Nipples hard. Nipples are hard.
I was like, oh,
this is because there's no heat in this room.
That's wild.
No, that's dope, man. Like I said, I wasn't fanning extremely, but being that he the first comedian to ever bring me, OG comedian to ever bring me on the road, that was the first time I really connected with Marcus Shark. Shout out to him. Shout out to JG. Shout out to Ballhead, man. We went out there and had a good time in Minnesota, man. So to have B.Cole on here being that first brother to do that for me, man, that shit was a gift.
For sure.
They be coming in Rob ass, yo.
She said I stayed awake the whole time. I wasn't asleep last week. I wasn't asleep last week.
Hey, last week was too much, man. But shit, I ain't finna hold the public, man. We had an action-packed show, man. Hey, make sure y'all stay online after we end this. Rob, NiNi, what y'all got coming up, man? Since we got them locked in real quick.
Well, I just found out last night I'm finna spend Valentine's weekend with NiNi. So I'm excited about that.
We'll tell you a little bit about that probably next week.
Hold on, where y'all going? What y'all doing?
We're doing a comedy show together out of town.
I thought y'all was going to the Cerberus.
No. I won't look like a rotisserie chicken with Rob. No, thank you. I'm cool.
I thought Rob was going to put on all his Issey Miyake.
That's an Issey Miyake. That's crazy.
His butt showing with his fucking feet up like CJ. No.
Hey, no mirrors on the ceiling. So where y'all going for the Valentine's Day show? Y'all going to another state?
We're going to Missouri, Poplar Bluff, Missouri.
More mad than a motherfucker, yes. Rob. You got to have a GoPro hat on, man, the whole time, man. Make sure you stay faithful to your comedy wife, bro.
For what? She don't stay faithful to me. Y'all be asking me to do a lot of shit that she's not, that she doesn't require to do. That's crazy. Mo Good can fuck around out here all day, but the moment I say something, it's a problem. That's wild.
Shout out to Sykes.
That's crazy.
Hey,
but I hope y'all kill it, man. Is it multiple shows or just that one day out there?
One day. I am
one day.
This show February 13th. But again, I'll give you that once I have the flyer next week.
Hey, we're going to get it in, man. And we're going to have a show most likely next week is Super Bowl Sunday.
That can get me back up. That's crazy.
Bobby, go to hell. My bad, man. I be trying not to mention Sykes. I be trying not to mention Sykes and Mo on the show, man. I know that was a weird moment for the parlay. Oh man, I had a nightmare of them niggas fucking.
You always got a little meat on your mind. Just a little bit of meat on your mind.
How you know I'm not thinking about like other aspects of this?
You said them. Okay, it's meat in there.
Now you paying attention to my pronouns? You funny as hell, man. B.Cole might still be watching.
I commend him. I commend B.Cole. Like, did you know how tight you have to clench your ass to be light-skinned with pretty eyes in Hollywood with a little good texture hair? He got a hairline still, okay? Do you understand how much integrity you gotta have to not give it up?
Hey, every time you mention anything like that, I start thinking about them Terrence Howard interviews. You know, they was trying to get Terrence Howard bad.
Yeah, man. They was, bro. They was on Terrence Howard head.
Howard is out here talking about quantum physics, okay? And astro.
So that's just how it go. But shit, man, I have to go to the washroom and I gotta close this out. But I want to make sure everybody know B.Cole, new TV app. Make sure y'all go check out the Bam Jam. Make sure y'all follow Rob and NiNi for this shit. If y'all in Missouri, man, shout out to my people out there in Missouri, man. Larry Green, all y'all out there, man, in Missouri. Tap in with them when they get down there, man. It's a funny ass combo right here, man. This is a combo platter of funny. Rob and NiNi.
Yeah.
Thanks, Bobby, and thank you for holding your geriatric bladder for us, because I know that's a big thing. And like you have an active prostate, so I know you got pee for real.
I'm gonna tell you this: it feels like one of the thinnest balloons.
It's gonna feel better than sex when you go pee. You know, have you ever peed and it just felt, ooh, I was done. I needed a nap and a cigarette after pee.
I don't pee. I piss. Big shout out to Puff in the comments, man. We had a better show this week. Rob had to check a few niggas in the comments last week that didn't think that he was like attentive last week, but last week we had some really reckless motherfuckers on the show, man, and Rob wasn't for the bullshit.
I wasn't for the bullshit, so I remained quiet and watched and showing you how this is how adults, middle-aged adults, is acting right now. These niggas is in their 30s and 40s and probably 50s. You could have a fucking woman convince you to do some goofy ass shit that went nowhere.
And you can welcome back anytime. Y'all ratchet ass people.
And then you had a motherfucker on here that acted like they never had a baby by a motherfucker when it was public information by everybody who knew everybody that knows everybody. And you sat up here and act like this shit didn't happen when we see you in public physically showing a baby bump. That shit is wild, man. Nah, man, that shit blew me, bro, because I'm sitting up here watching this like, yo, this can't be real. Like, I understand you're ashamed.
Okay.
I understand you're ashamed.
She couldn't do the plan B. You know,
You say what?
Don't punish her because she couldn't get to plan B in 17.
I'm not punishing her. I'm just saying that was traumatic for her.
Her decision to procreate with that man.
Man, I'm just saying if that's traumatic. He's both of them went through some traumatic shit.
Ooh,
she's displaying. She's displaying her. She's displaying her trauma openly.
Tell him why you mad, Rob.
That baby inside you with a thick ass tongue already. Could you imagine?
Yeah, man. So I get that whole situation was traumatic for her, but you don't display your trauma openly like this.
Oh shit,
man, Rob. Bobby.
I'm just saying, man. Like, I understand when you going through trauma like that, that's why you go seek therapy and you do that on a personal level. You don't bring your trauma to a public fucking podcast and then act like the shit never happened. That you need to go to a therapy session and fix that shit and work it out and talk to somebody. But don't come on here and act like the shit never happened. And then continue to act like this shit never happened because you hurt. We get it. You hurt, baby. You're hurt really bad because you made up a fucked up decision. But you live and you learn.
So terrible when a man call you baby in the midst of telling you that you hurt. Like, you hurt, baby. It sound like you hurt, bitch. Like that baby don't really sound like a baby. It sound like bitch. Like
she was hurt. She's hurting. She's still hurting. So I don't know. I wish the best for her. I pray for her because she is on the right track as far as like her comedy career on. But like doing shit like that was goofy.
Man, all that shit is stupid, man. Like, why these motherfuckers trying to make friends with everybody?
It ain't even about making friends, bro. It's just emotional and intelligent maturity, intellectual maturity. That's all it is. You know, you can properly communicate with people without it being issues. I mean, everybody's taking the wrong route.
The wrong route is if your agenda is to have sex with as many co-workers as possible. That's the wrong fucking route. And having a cesspool in place, and one of the grossest cesspools I've ever seen in my entire fucking life in place. That's not good for business.
Yeah, man. I'm just saying, bro. This shit is real life, and I just wasn't for that shit last week. So I just remained silent and just watched this shit play out and plane crash in front of everybody.
Yeah,
so,
I seen it all happen. I seen Rob shut down. I was like, okay, Rob wasn't sleep or high. He ain't for the goofball shit. So
Yeah.
don't come on here lying. Come on here to tell the truth. Sally,
Exactly.
you got popped off. You got pumped and squirted in.
Pumped and squirted is wild. That shit is hilarious.
Don't you got a pee?
I do.
That man said he got
But
pumped.
but don't you got a motherfucking notion we here now? Chicken, get your chicken here.
Okay. When we talk about how this chicken, no fried chicken is good. A lot of you niggas be sneak dicking. So,
sneak dicking.
Let me tell you something. I'm just saying, be responsible. I get tested because I like sex. So I get tested frequently. My chart stays up to date. I like to get tested. Even when I'm not changing partners, even when I'm not actively fucking, get tested. Why? Because you will be surprised how many people don't. Okay? Do you understand? It is your responsibility. If you are sexually active, you need to be sexually responsible. If you can't tell me the last time you got your PP check, sir, that's a fucking problem. And you want to stick it in everything and anything, and you don't use condoms, how do we know? Because you got 7 baby mamas and 16 kids, bitch. Irresponsible. Get yourself checked. And a lot of men don't get checked. Why? Because they're irresponsible. They don't got health insurance. But do you understand that if you just tell those people that you like a little dick too, you can get free health care? Do you understand? Queer and LGBTQ have free health care right over there on Clark. If you in Chicago, you can go over there and get gender affirming care. That includes dental, vision, and everything. Do you understand what your pride is keeping you away from? You understand why sucking a little dick is beneficial to you, even if it's just metaphorically in your head. You just got to tell the white man that you suck a little dick. You don't really have to do it. Okay, just to get you a little health care so you can get that penis check so you can still give it out and be the homosexual that you know you can be and be responsible, right? I want you to understand, when you have sex, right, you need to take everything that you brought with you when you go, kids and germs included. And wiping your penis off with an alcohol swab is not STD protection or prevention, sir. You are absolutely fucking nuts. You taking a Clorox wipe and wiping it across your tip and thinking that's protecting you after you done raw dog that bitch, sir. That's weird. Okay? Weird behavior.
They want a summary with bullet points, NiNi.
Nah, man, that's. I mean,
get yourself checked. Get yourself checked. Be responsible. If you gotta say you suck a little dick to get a little free health care, do it.
That's crazy.
Problem anyway. I'm just saying, like, it's be responsible with that plug-in size penis. Okay, if you're gonna do stuff with it, go get it looked at.
And it's not always visible.
And that's be one of my personal flexes, that all my kids is by the same woman, and I've never been burnt and never had an STD a day in my life.
Praise God.
Perfect.
I ain't never even had chicken pox, nigga.
Listen, I'm not perfect. I've never had an STD, but I've had a little bacterial vaginosis. I slept with a nigga after the gym and he ain't washed up. Why? Because I thought I loved him. No.
Hey, can you run through? Hey, NiNi, can you run through the scientific breakdown how a nigga go from lifting weights to fucking, and now you got an STD?
If men don't wipe themselves when they go to the bathroom, a lot of men just shake, right? And when you go to the gym and you're getting all sweaty and worked up and stuff by looking at other men lift weights, and then you want to come home without wiping yourself down, and you put yourself inside of me, and now I'm filled with the sweat and the pheromones of a man.
Yeah, that sounds like a bacteria infection.
My vagina knows, and that leads to BV. You wonder why your bitch smell like tuna fish, because you've been lusting after another man and you ain't cleaned up before you entered her. Wipe yourself down, take a shower.
Hey, how you go slide in? He was getting all hot and sweaty watching the other niggas work out. How do you always
I go
do
to
this?
the gym daily, and most men who go to the gym only watch other men work out in the gym. They never really lift weights. Even especially the ones who wear blue jeans. A lot of you men are wearing blue jeans to the gym, and a lot
How
of you
about the
bitches
Mexicans?
Who the fuck
Leave
is
the
wearing
Mexicans alone. Leave the
jeans to the
Mexicans
gym?
alone. Mexicans, leave them alone.
That's crazy.
They don't know if they're gonna get that call for work or not. Trabajador. Oh, that was racist. All right, let me I gotta pee. NiNi, not only did you have a notion, you also had advice today.
Yeah.
That was a double whammy.
You're welcome.
So let me summarize the bullet points. If you're not gay, it's okay. Just go tell a white guy apparently at an office that you're not gay. I mean that you are gay, and you get dental health.
You give dental, vision, basic primary care provider, gender affirming care. Do you know what gender affirming care is? When a lot of you niggas who have that extra breast tissue and you want to get the mastectomy, you want to have pecs instead of tits, you know, that's gender affirming care. You can get that if you talk about you suck a little dick. You don't even have to lose weight. They'll take your titties off just for you.
We're gonna try and drop a few links for everyone in the comments. We're gonna try and drop a few links that can lead you in the right direction. Again, NiNi, definitely appreciate the notion. That was top notch, top tier, top shelf. Great notion.
So
Make sure y'all tune in Thursday. Rob, the enlisted. What's your story?
Yeah, I got Smashes Clay for next Thursday.
Smashes Clay pulling up his crazy ass.
Yeah, Smash is pulling up, man. We found out we got mutual military friends, Navy friends to be exact. And so I reached out to him and he said he was down to do the live. So I appreciate him.
Hey, it's super dope, man. Make sure y'all stay locked in with that. It's on Instagram. You still not on Facebook or YouTube yet? It's on Instagram.
Yeah, it's still on Instagram. Go live every Thursday, 7 p.m.
Man, make sure y'all tap in, tune in with that, man. Make sure y'all tap in with the Parlay Podcast. Next week is Super Bowl motherfucking Sunday. I don't even know who playing.
I don't either.
Okay, and I'm sure NiNi don't. But man, we appreciate y'all for tuning in, man. We appreciate B.Cole for stopping by, man. That was super dope. The conversation was all that. If we missed your comment, man, we'll see it on Facebook or YouTube, man. But we appreciate y'all. Make sure y'all like, watch, follow, subscribe, etc., all that shit. Rob, NiNi, anything else?
Nope. Have a good week.
Yeah, have a good week.
Hey, peace and love, y'all.
Bobby went to go pee-pee.
Yeah, he did. Hey,